All
Now,
right, so
Tony,
starting...
if I was to use that determinism when I have disadvantage, does it just change the highest roll, or is it's just the outcome of the thing?
So it is done after the roll is made. So,
Okay.
in a very weird shaking of logic, you can target the disadvantaged lower roll and turn it into a nat 20. So, it's both
Okay.
lower and a nat 20 at the same time.
Okay. So basically, it's just choosing the outcome of
Choose the
the end
outcome.
roll. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to go with fatalism, but I liked determinism better as
Yeah.
like a philosophical term.
Feels better because you're determining the
Fatalism sounds
outcome.
like somebody's going to die, like start making death saves.
Well, that's probably also the case. Just not immediately. It's down the road when you have the dice.
Yeah, here's hoping. With a 17, you do not present yourself as God's gift to the Forge. You do present yourself as competent.
Okay.
You seem like you can get consistent work with them. I believe Ava's also going to be spending some time working there.
Hmm.
So your time will not be entirely your own. If you're willing to put hours in at the Forge, you're going to be helping at the Forge. You're going to be getting paid for your work. And
Okay.
then the benefit is you can stay in the extra hours after their forge shuts down and continue to craft it away at your own projects and try to recreate your gear or the party's gear as you see fit.
Okay. Sounds good.
Anyone else? I think Brian is the next most involved.
Yeah, I'm also see where we're at.
As many posts ago. So you spent most of your downtime getting a feel for what's going on, where the different places are, the different things to find. Some of this would have overlap. As each of you explores the city, you might see the same thing from different angles. You got the bulk of the lore dump because you were the first to ask.
Oh yeah.
Is there anything that you were looking to do with any of that? Follow up on?
Um, he's you would like to know why Calum is looking for an expedition to the forest. Is it just for more lumber, or is there a reason?
Would you like to hunt him down and ask him?
I would.
Would you be going alone or with friends? Companions? Eh,
Anybody
or
who would be willing to or wanting to accompany, he would not turn them down. Otherwise, he would go alone.
Busy.
who would want to accompany him?
I'd go with him if no one else is going to go.
I mean, I'd go, but busy apparently.
I would go, but I have to swindle Edgeworth out of, or Bior out of money or something like that.
Huh?
Hmm?
What are you talking about?
Part of my downtime was find Bior and have him give me funds for equipment.
It's true.
Yeah. So you have to
Oh,
leave him
yeah.
alone so he makes the money.
So you're not busy, is what you're saying? While you wait for me to make money.
I mean, I was doing other things, but that is a point eventually.
All right. So Cyros and you have a name. What is your name? It's
Keller.
thank you.
Still Keller.
Cyros and Kaller, you find your way to the logging camp. It sits on the north side of the city. North is not as important in this setting because since you've been here, you have not seen the sun. You find your way to what is described as the north side of the city, though, and you see that the logging camp rests on the boundary between a large blackened forest and the rural remnants of the city. From what you learn, the city used to stretch out further, but over time, the Dawn Shards seem to be weakening. And parts of the city that used to be safer and more habitable have retreated further into to the interior, leaving a lot of exposed older buildings and homes that are not widely inhabited. The forest itself, unusual. It has a lot of those trees with those black sort of raven feathers that dot their branches, along with things that look a bit more conventional. The workers themselves are not in the miasma, but the boundary here is very thin, and you see that it's a pretty busy encampment. It takes you a little bit of time to find Calum. When you do, he looks like this schmuck right here. I don't remember where the journals are. NPCs. You can see that the image generator was specifically told to create a human. And
Yeah, that happens anytime you add D&D. It's like elf ears.
He's a cosplayer.
after about 10 attempts, you find an elven man of indistinguishable age, although you would remember that you were told no one has the enhanced lifespans that you're familiar with in other realms. A human lifespan is all you get regardless of your life once you're here. So this man does appear to be somewhere in his 20s or 30s, and he looks like the sort that spends his day working alongside the men and women here, helping to cultivate this forest into usable material. When he sees you approach, he gives you a swift nod, and seemingly thinking that you're there for him, asks you what he can help with.
Oh, hi. Nice dwarf fellow whose name I forget told me that I should come looking for you.
The dwarf fellow you would remember is named Harlan. Well, your character doesn't have to remember it, but your player can remember it. He thinks about it for a moment, and he says, oops, sorry, one second. Sorry, Kat was getting into something she shouldn't be into. He says,
God damn it, Cat.
so are you talking about Harlan?
I'm sorry, what?
Well, you talking about Harlan?
I didn't think I was hollering, no.
Nah, you're talking about Harlan, mate.
Oh, Harlan, yes, that was his name, yes.
He nods. He's a proper friend.
Yeah,
Sounds-
very nice man. Suppose that's why he got the job he has.
Yeah, there's a handful that sort of take on that responsibility around here.
But yeah, he said that I should speak with you. He said we have similar uses.
He kind of wrinkles up his face a little bit. Feel like you're beating around the bush here, mate. Says something. What are you referring to? Do you also like straw hats?
Cosplay
No,
as an elf.
I couldn't pull one off. The horns would get stuck. And he'll do some just random druid crafty, wind blowy bullshit.
So when you do something that is uniquely druid craftian, druid craft adjacent, he gives you a genuine warm smile, and he says, "That is nice to see." Spirits don't find themselves working through many folks around here. Not a lot of people come in with that sort of that energy to them.
Actually, a whole lot worse for wear, but yeah, I can still touch it. Surprisingly.
It's rare and it's hard here. Have you had a chance to really feel them out? The spirits.
No, what spirits?
Spirits here. Spirits of the land.
No, I've been stuck in that bed for a couple days now, and just trying to get my feet under us. We came in and we weren't in the best state. I'm
Well,
sure
listen,
that's not surprising.
when you do find yourself some free time, I'd be curious to know what you feel. I'm sort of putting together a theory.
Yeah, well, I heard around town that you were looking to go farther into the woods. Is that for more logs, or what? What are you trying to get at?
He considers you for a moment, and then he says, have you ever... where you from? I'm worried this is going to skew the results a bit, but what is the wind like where you're from? It's not a trick question, just what's the wind like? There's no wind here.
Really depends on the day. It's almost hard to predict, depending on where you are. Sometimes you have everything from a nice gentle breeze to a hurricane, and some places in the sands it's almost constant. Along the ocean, obviously more. But yeah, there's significant wind, and it's always changing.
Now, let me ask you this. I'm not sure how involved you are, but do you ever interact with spirits where you're from?
He will just kind of reach on his shoulder and let his raven hop onto his hand. Yeah, very frequently.
Oh, that's proper nice. I don't think you could conjure that here unless you brought it in with you. Is that what
It
happened?
was for this one we came.
Right, well, there's a lot of things that I used to do when I was back in my own realm. And a lot of it involved communicating with spirits. The spirits here are weird. They don't respond like they should. I bring up the wind because there's no wind here, but also because there are still spirits of wind and air. They just don't act like spirits of wind and air.
What do they act like?
It's sort of like they're just following a schedule, like a routine, right? Like usually spirits are sort of embodiments of the things that they're related to. I expect stone spirits, earthen spirits to be difficult to change their mind. I expect wind and air spirits to be sort of flighty. I expect them to dance. Spirits here don't do that. They're dull, sort of unresponsive. Not fully. It's not that you can't get their attention. It's that there's almost no life to them. Right? There's no personality.
And do you think that that is just the nature of the place and the spirits that reside here, or do you think that there is something binding them?
Some years ago, I used to work with a wizard, a pair of mage that developed constructs. And a lot of times you can use a lesser spirit, something that hasn't shaped itself into a more relative association. And you use those to power those constructs, and they're malleable to it. They can be shaped. You can give them directions, and you can mold their personalities and their responses. And it makes for very effective machinations. I'm wondering if maybe this place and its spirits aren't sort of dulled down like that for the purpose of being directed to a purpose. Right? Like they're there. They need guidance.
Is this happening outside of the miasma as well? Because it could just be that they're also affected by it in a different way. I mean, if it takes such a toll on us, I mean, I imagine it has some effect on spirits as well, right?
See, and that's the part that has really concerned me. Because spirits by their very nature aren't tangible. They shouldn't be affected by the miasma the same way. But maybe it is. Maybe this is something that hits you on a layer beyond just your physical body. But it's difficult, it's hard to get a proper read because we don't have good conversations with them here. But we might be able to use a medium, a translator, something that has a stronger physical presence but also has a powerful spiritual presence. We could use that thing to maybe guide the spirits here into being more useful.
You have such a medium? Or are you looking for one?
So this all leads back to your original question, right? The forest used to have a protector, a dryad. And for a long time, a stretch of forest into the black was proper healthy. Right cared for, if the records are accurate. And then that dryad died. And that part of the forest was claimed by the black just as true as it always was. But recently, some of my boys found their way a little bit too far into the dark. They found what I think is the old dryad's tree. And it's not all dead. If the dryad's tree is still alive, the dryad is still alive. If we can get a cutting from that tree, or return the tree in its whole, probably not, or the dryad, something, we'd have a perfect medium. We could shape this world. Imagine if we used it, the spirits, to actually build back our little haven here.
All right, I'm sold. But I heard that you were looking for funds for this. How do funds help? You just need bodies, right?
Well, I need a full team. There's at least 6 miles between here and that part of the forest. And once you cross the tree line, the light coming off these dawn shards gets real thin real fast. You might be able to stave
how
off.
long we traveled before the miasma took us. How long can people usually stay up that way?
Well, the miasma doesn't kill you right fast. It's usually the things in the miasma that gets you, but you leave it up to fate. Somewhere between 3, 4, several days, maybe a week.
Right, you said it was like 6 miles out. I mean,
Oh, listen, if
2 or 3 days, and then whatever time it take to bring a tree back. Yeah.
Listen, you could find your way out there in the morning. If you move proper speed, you could be there in the afternoon. But, like I said, once you get out that far into the forest, the light's not going to be the friend that it is here. You'll be vulnerable. So that's why I was trying to get the blood sworn. But, they're not taking on jobs this close to home. Seems like they're only running their routes between here and Barracks Reach.
Would you really want them to take a live cutting of a tree?
It's not something I would say is impossible for them, but they're the only experts we have on the black. You
How
seem
much
like
would
maybe
it cost
you're...
to persuade them?
Well, I can't really lock them down for a price. They've turned me down at every turn. But you seem like you're interested.
Oh, interest and desire are far cry from ability. Sometimes I can't seem to. He just kind of looks down at like his ragged body, which is still fucking exhausted.
How long were you out there?
I lost consciousness at day 4.
It's always worse the first time. What did you do back where you're from?
He'll kind of look over at an old boy. I worked with him, well, under him mostly. Do you want to explain the organization? You're better at it. Old boy is Cyros, obviously.
I'm a step back, giving you guys room for this conversation because I don't know anything about druid stuff. I think I missed the last bit you just said.
Well,
Sorry.
he asked what we did back home, and I'm like, maybe Cyros could better explain the organization we worked for, because I worked under him.
I came with you here, but I've definitely really given you room to have this conversation. So I don't know if you want me to step up or not.
Oh, I asked for you to.
Okay. We were essentially guards for the realm. We would seek out those who seek to do harm to the innocent and steal and such. Mercenaries is not the right word for it, but it's a close enough description.
Well, if you can find your way out to the forest, in addition to whatever good it might do, I'd pay you what I said saved for the Blood Swan. If you bring me back a dryad or a cutting.
I'd be happy to. It might not be immediately. We're gonna have to find work to gear up, because being out there in these thankfully warm clothes isn't gonna cut it.
I can see that. You didn't bring any gear with you.
We woke up naked.
Harsh. It's a harsh way to wake up in a strange place. All right. Let me ask you.
It wasn't great.
I just want a right proper answer here. Just something truly honest. Were you good at what you did?
Some of us
I
better
nod.
than others.
What did Cyrus say?
I just nod in answer to his question. Like an affirmative yes, just in a nod.
If you're willing to accept some of your payment and getting geared up, I think we can make that work. And I might even have a solution for your weakness. That's a little trickier because it's sort of... There's two ways you can go. You can go to the temple, and I don't think you can afford the temple. I can't. Or you can go to the witch.
Um, is there a reason people don't go to the witch if she is cheaper?
Oh, she's proper fucking terrifying, mate. She's harmless. She's just scary. You have to understand, I come from a place where magic is really common. Right.
Yeah, us as well.
Alright, so this is going to make more sense to you, hopefully. A lot of these people don't come from a place where magic is common. There's a lot of superstition just on everything. It tends to get more of a pass based on how useful it is. I'm useful because we have to manage our trees. Right? We can't cut all the way into the black and run out of things to harvest. I help mitigate that risk. The temple gets a pass because they're keeping the lights on. The witch is a little different because she gets right close to the dock. Have you had a chance to explore the various wards yet?
I have walked around. I'm trying to familiarize myself.
The Mist Ward is along the outskirts, and it's even darker than here. It's colder. It's more isolated. The miasma properly sets in there. She lives in that border. She's lived there for decades at least, and she's still here. So whatever the dark has to throw at us, she does not care about. But there's a lot of rumors, a lot of superstition. But the city doesn't let anyone give her a hard time. But she also keeps a distance for the most part. You usually have to seek her out.
I will do just that at some point. And I will be helping you out with this as soon as I can, but I can't speak for my people quite yet.
Listen,
I
honestly,
have to speak to them first.
just finding somebody that's interested. Big relief. He gives you a... He sticks out his arm like he's going to shake your hand, and if you return the gesture, he does something a little bit more like Macho Man Arnold Schwarzenegger-y.
Yeah, dope. I'll pretend like I totally was going for that instead and try to play it off.
Get the feeling that maybe customs where he's from are a little bit different, and he says, listen, job's yours. This could be really good for us. You come back if you're companions and you decide.
Obviously, if you could bring a dryad back, like they're not corrupted and batshit crazy, that'd be fantastic. Just having uncorrupted trees, or trees with leaves instead of feathers, would be amazing.
The crew that saw it said that it was as green as a fresh patch of lawn. It's hard to find in the black.
Well, I know one of our guys.
So, all right, well,
I won't take up any more of your time, but thank you for speaking with me. My name is Keller, by the way.
nice to meet you. He
Likewise.
makes his goodbyes. He gets back to work. You guys can head somewhere else.
Yeah, head back and share the information with the others, right?
Yeah. And I try to sell the others.
He said we could have ponies. He said he'd buy us a house.
Said he might be able to get us gear.
Also cool. I'm mostly making my stuff that is important to me. I don't think he'd understand it. Or anybody here, really.
I mean, I'm working on it, but that does sound like it might be a bit faster.
I already made all my tools and I'll hold them up like a proud child with their macaroni picture. They're not great looking, but they'll do the work, do the job.
You return the carpentry tools to the inn.
It's really good though.
Yeah, why don't you go bring that back?
He says though that I even checked over his place. There's no problems here. He wouldn't miss it.
No. Go put it back.
I
Also, another thing I picked up. Apparently, some of the food supplies are getting ink blight, is what they're calling it. They've never seen it in the plants before. They usually see it in like chickens and goats and such. It's also apparently on the metals that they're using to craft gear.
So Ava and Bior, you would know that the smiths that you have lent your services to are currently debating on what to do with a piece of metal that is unusually infused with the miasma.
I have heard the Smiths talking about some metal like that. Can't say that I have any idea what to do with it, though.
did it have any sort of like reaction? I wonder to the light at all when it like comes into the light, or just it arrives in the light.
I think this is an excellent time for a flashback. So when you and Bior, did you go to the Smiths together looking to find somebody that would let you work and work out of their shop?
I'm cool with that if he is.
Yeah, sure.
So the toothsmiths in question, who have names, probably.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith is what you called them.
In fact, that is the name of their shop. It is Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And sorry, Mr. and
One of them
Mrs.
was
Smith's.
Miriam. Lyria and Miriam.
Mirren and Lyria. Should not be Mirian. Let me double check that.
It is definitely written as Miriam,
That is a mistake. He is a man.
not lesbians. Got it.
The joke wouldn't make sense, right?
Mrs. and Mrs. Smith.
I mean, one of them usually wears the pants, right?
They just have really big pants.
Yami, everybody. All right, so it is Mirren and Lyria, and they seem to have different intentions. And if you kind of listen to them talk about the metal while you're working in the shop, Mirren seems to work more traditionally. He doesn't believe in a lot of experimentation, especially with things out of the miasma. It is his belief that this is something that is too dangerous to work with, and it needs to be yeeted into the ocean or back into the black or something. He doesn't even consider purifying it to remove the impurity of the miasma because it's so layered with it, he thinks that that is dangerous. Lyria is much more adventurous with her smithing. So when you propose to her, oh, I can show you the secrets of my dwarven forge mastery, she's the one that is more eager to see what you have to teach.
Okay.
But she thinks that this is something that they could use to create, in effect, weapons and armor that are infused with some of the magic of this place. Something that might guard against the miasma or be an effective weapon against it. And they're not fiercely debating. You can tell that they have a good rapport for things like this. But the longer the conversation drags on, the more of a standstill they get to, right? They just kind of agree to let it sit rather than do anything with it at all. To your question, does the light seem to behave weird? The metal seems to emanate its own darkness, right? It's not a shroud or an aura. It's very, very subtle. But when the light comes over it, it seems to just soak some of it in. It reminds you of the way the sphere, the orb above the monolith, seemed to draw light into it when you interrupted the ritual that brought you here.
Ew. That's not good.
Yeah, don't like that.
How long ago did this start?
Did you say not a good start?
How long ago did this start?
So you're asking them like when the metal. So they'll tell you. Let's see. You'd probably be talking to Lyria. She says, "Oh, I suppose we got it a couple days ago."
Any other situations like this appear a few days ago?
It's not entirely uncommon for metal to soak up the miasma. Ooh, change accents mid-sentence.
It's alright, I've already written in our notes that it's not Limbo or the Shadowfell, it's actually Australia.
Oh no, it's not uncommon for the metals out there to come in with this sort of... Fuck, I can't do it. She's just stuck.
Everybody's Australian, that's fine.
You know what? We're gonna widen this back. We're gonna just do non-dialect. It's not uncommon for metal to come in with some trace of the miasma. It's usually necessary to purify it. But this is a metal unlike much what we've used before. I think it might be adamantine. And adamantine is unusual with how it reacts to its environment. This is seeped with the miasma, stronger than iron or anything else that we usually get a hold of.
If that's the case, then your idea is great, but I don't think in this case you can literally fight fire with fire. I think if we were to cleanse it and then see if it can be imbued with the light, then it would be an amazing weapon against this darkness.
So Miran will kind of perk up and he says, "You know, that's what I had in mind. I just think it's a lot. Even if we got the temple involved." And he kind of goes over to you what their usual strategy is for purifying metals. And you get the feeling that they essentially have to break down the metal into a tempered state, heat it up, and then use a quenching oil that is infused with some of the blessing from the temple. And that seems to bleed out most of the miasma from metals that they bring in. But then he'll go on to say, usually there's a release of power. I mean, it'll shake your tools right out of your hands if you're not braced for it.
Oh, and this one
This
would
is
probably...
a lot.
Yeah. Well, I could make a pulley system so we could drop it into some oil. And from a distance somewhere, not here.
Mirren seems susceptible to this sort of Rube Goldberg experiment set up to quench this and expunge the miasma. Lyria seems eager to invest in like the original idea of hers. She says, and she'll say, it's not about fighting fire with fire, right? The miasma is a force that kills things. What better weapon to take into the darkness than something that kills things? You could have a thing that kills things enchanted with magic that kills things.
Maybe, but that's the thing. We don't know how the creatures out there would react to this. So unless we get a test of that, we can't say for certain that would happen. Because, see, I'm working on this project, and I'll fold out the blueprints that I've been working on about weaponizing the light. Because we know for a fact that that works against them. So, like, if we focus too much on that this metal can do that without any evidence, it could lead us to nowhere immediately.
So
the first thing,
Bior, you watch as like the three of them go full autistic.
hell yeah, I'm with my people.
Talking about like the metal, the properties of forging, what they can do with it. You get the feeling that Mirren and Lyria aren't innately like magical people, but they've been working the metals here long enough that they have a decent understanding of like how magic affects it, specifically magic from the temples.
Okay.
So, do you guys engage in any specific way with them, or otherwise just kind of leave it to your plotting and scheming and diagramming and return to the present?
I would definitely press for them to test it before they say that it can fight the darkness.
You can make a persuasion check. Less for Mirren, who is more Miran, who is more where is Foundry? Who is more cautious. More for Lyria.
It's alright, this is not going to go well. I have a negative what?
It's not the worst. Oh, disadvantage. Tragic. So, you don't think she seems sold. You haven't pushed the conversation enough one way or the other to get them to commit. But what they do end up saying is, well, before we can do anything, we need more of it. We're going to have to see if we can get some larger chunks.
You know where they got it?
Unfortunately, no. Actually, this piece belongs to a merchant. He gave it to us to value what it's worth, and then I'm hoping that we can just take it off his hands.
Which merchant might that be?
Aldous Crow. Crawl. It's not that on the nose. Crawl.
Liz Craw.
Uh-oh. I shouldn't talk to him.
What? Why is that?
I'm not saying that in character.
Oh, okay. Well, perhaps we can go see about getting some more from him then, if he's got any more.
Neither I.
Mirren will say, let's figure out what we're going to do with it before we start bringing more of it into our house. And kind of immediately you can see like the debate picking back up, and they don't seem swayed yet on how they want to pursue that.
Okay. Well, I mean, we know who has it, so we can always just go see if there's another piece. And
Or at least find out where he found it.
yeah. That.
Especially if he can find some that isn't tainted.
So maybe we go do that after the day's work is over, I guess.
All right. So let's journey back to the present. Where Kaller has just explained to you what's going on at the logging camp in Calum.
It will very decidedly not look at Door. They said when they found the tree that it was just green and lush. And all the plants around it could be that way again.
You see that Door is on the phone with a Russian man, and I hate Yami.
No, but I did get a phone call. I didn't answer it though.
Oh my god, you're improving.
So he just actively ignored you.
I heard looks at everyone except Doris, so I'm like, okay.
My god. Man, are you saying that it's beautiful like a well-kept lawn?
No, lawns are gross.
So at this point, everybody is kind of like, you ever been in a group of people and like one of them makes a racist joke and then everybody looks at the person of that like that skin color to see if they're going to react?
Mm-hmm.
So everybody starts looking at Door to see if he's going to react, and he doesn't.
I wave my hand in front of his face, and I check his pulse. Is he still alive?
Has he dressed in the past 3 days?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Has he put on pants?
First, I know I did. Let me double check.
Yeah.
Also, Cyrus and I learned about a witch that is out there. Apparently, the temple can help this, this heavy feeling that we're all feeling after we woke up. Apparently, the temple can help with that, but there's also a witch on the outskirts in what they call the Mist area. Mist Vale, Mist Watch, or something like that. That can help as well. But people are scared of her because she's creepy.
People are scared of Cyrus all the time. I think she's probably fine.
I give Ava a weird, confused look.
But anyway, I would like to go help this man at some point. I obviously am not asking any of you to do it. Don't know if it's going to help us getting out of here at all, but it will, if it works, definitely help this town.
Okay. I mean, I do want to talk to the temple people at some point. Well, I want somebody else to talk to them. I don't think I should. 'Cause I have an idea that I want to look into, but I'm gonna need one of their little gems.
Yeah, they're not going to give it to you.
They might give it to one of you, though.
No, probably not.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm not against the idea of helping this. Would you say his name was Calum?
Yeah, get him.
If nothing else, it might make life easier while we're stuck here. But I suppose if it's going to require going out at all, we're going to need our equipment.
Yeah, he said he might be able to front us the money, so we can at least start equipping ourselves. And again, we need to talk to the Switch, so we at least feel a little better about walking around and not feeling like shit.
Well, that's,
Yeah.
that's a
be
much better
cautious
idea than daily
about talking
work.
with the
Sorry.
witch.
What's wrong with the witch?
Well, a lot of things could be
Hag.
wrong with a witch, but it could just be a hedge witch. You never know.
Or it could be that everybody here is mean. Or just call her that.
Or it could be a hag.
Or it
Listen,
could
he
be...
said she was a little old, but I mean, there's no name for name calling.
Yeah, she's over the age of 30.
He says, "All right, I'll leave."
Hold on. I want to know.
Eh?
I'm just saying, we should be cautious.
I don't know what a fucking hag is.
0?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
hint is-
I don't think caution's a bad idea. I'm just saying, might be our best option.
Check all
At least
avenues.
checking. Yeah, exactly.
Will make sense, and much rather not have to do daily work just to get our equipment
Well,
again.
we're going to have to do that anyway at some point.
Well,
but
we will
this will
eventually.
at least jumpstart us.
Exactly.
I can also just ask Harland about this witch and the temple and stuff, and see his view.
Okay.
He's pretty on it.
We were talking to Caleb, and he was saying that a lot of the people here are not used to magic at all. So if people's views are skewed about a woman that can cast, that's probably why.
And that's gonna suck.
Right. I think we go find the switch on the morrow.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna work on my blueprints.
All right. I wonder what Door's planning to do.
I think he's gonna sit there and drool more.
Only.
By the way, not it for taking care of him.
What's Door gonna do?
Oh, fuck.
I pushed my push to talk button to say something as you said that.
I see.
So he's going to front us money, yes?
Is what it sounds
If we
like.
agree, yes. He said he might be able to help us out that way. I don't know how much, and I doubt it's going to be like a full retinue for everyone, but anything is better than nothing at this point, yeah?
I nod in agreement.
Well, I have nothing, so let's go get the money.
Okay.
Start walking in a direction, whether it's the good one or the bad one, I don't know.
He's walking into the wall again.
Assuming
guys.
that it's like late. Door, I don't think we're going tonight.
This is why I said I'm not taking care of him. One of you has to.
Just gonna get a leash.
Old man wandering the night.
Uh,
The dementia's hitting hard.
Just make sure he's
Oh, wait.
dressed before you put a collar on him, or else it's going to give off
Oh,
the
God.
wrong vibe.
I mean, in his defense, it's always night here.
It's true.
Yeah.
Here you want to, like, put your lot in with him? He's sitting there drooling for, like, our whole conversation.
Yeah, but I saw him make rain. That could be super handy.
Are you sure he didn't, like, pee on you?
No, he made rain.
Okay. Yeah, Dora uses magic now, I guess.
I
I
look
don't know
at
what you're
Door.
talking about.
Door has a reaction.
I said, I don't know what you're talking about. Which way is it to the camp?
North.
In the morning, after we rest.
Apple raises her hands like, not my problem, and goes to bed.
Oh,
Go
God.
to Bior. Just be like, do we have to wait? I mean,
Some of us did shit today, not your door.
Some of us did take a shit. No.
Some of us need to rest.
Hey, are you not tired from that whole ordeal? How long has it been since, like, it hasn't been a week or anything, right? We haven't had a long rest yet. Am I correct?
No
in
long
that?
rests.
No long rest. Okay. Are you not still tired from that whole ordeal where we showed up naked? I know I am.
I shudder at the
And I
memories.
stayed conscious.
The time in the forest, the time in the beds.
More so the forest, but all of it.
When you get to my age, everything hurts. Always so.
All right, well, just get back in bed for the night, and we'll deal with this tomorrow.
Did you do anything today, Dor?
Yeah, when I left and came back, you were still in the same spot.
I did.
Why are we
things.
picking on Door?
It's not picking on when it's facts.
It's more of a wellness check.
They are not mutually exclusive. Don't doubt the Rainbringer.
I will continue to doubt the Rainbringer.
Uh-huh.
All right, going to bed.
He did it.
Bed.
What'd you say, Howie?
Said which direction's the bed?
It's-
In the room.
Oh. Sit on the bed.
That's Cyrus' bed. Yours is over there.
Want some company?
Good luck, brother. I'm going to bed.
No.
Somebody's gotta keep the bed warm.
Which one's gonna be the big spoon?
Dwarves are always the little spoons.
Always.
Even when there's a smaller dwarf, they are both the little spoon.
All right, let's get rest and go to the witch in the morning.
And yeah, I would like you to go talk to the Bloodsworn at some point, but they're only doing routes back and forth to their camps. I'm not sure what good we're going to be at the moment for them.
When in doubt, when it comes to people, like the mercenaries and stuff, tell them we're working on a weapon, and they will be like, "Oh."
I was thinking we'd stick with him when we're all in a bit better shape.
Sounds good.
Don't want to show up there seeming weak.
I did 5 push-ups today. All right, I'm not weak.
Did you?
I mean, they were the ones where I had my knees on the ground still.
Did you
And-
even do that?
I laid on the ground and thought about push-ups.
Did the word push-up just come into your mind now, and now you're trying to back it up?
Man, good night, guys. So
Good night.
tired.
Before he goes to bed, Keller will take one corner of the bed and move it like 6 inches to the right, and then go to bed.
Why? I don't sleep.
Head's just twitching all night.
I try to actively move it. I'm weak. I can't. I don't sleep.
You will be able to sleep if you twitch so violently that 1 millimeter at a time you kind of rock it back into place.
If she can, she will.
The morning looks no different than the evening. You vaguely get the sense of time passing as a series of bells ring out from one of the nearby donut shards. But otherwise, not much to distinguish between the passage of time. It feels like an evening has passed, except you wake up from whatever slumber has found you just feeling miserable due to your levels of exhaustion. With this new day, what do you do, if anything?
I try to wake up before Door because God knows if he's wearing pants.
Yeah, is
Don't
it
get pooped.
canon that he sleeps nude?
I mean, it is
Nah.
now.
Just a shirt.
Yeah, he just the shirt, but not even a long
And it's
shirt.
not- Yeah, it's not long
Nah.
enough to cover his ass.
I mean, these clothes don't really fit us very well, you know.
He's just running around with his midriff showing all the time.
God, that's so.
All right. Cyrus, did you remember which direction they said the Mist Warden was at? Mist Ward, Mist Cave, Mist Cove.
I, Hunter, do not. Can I make a check to see if I remember or something?
Yes, so this isn't too bad to do because there are 5 districts. 2 of them do not have their own Dawn Shard. They're reliant on light from the other Dawn Shards. The worse off one is the Mist Ward, named because the miasma has fully started to engulf the area, and it creates a black mist. The other is the one you currently reside in, because you can't afford to stay in the nicer parts of town that have their own Dawn Shard, which is the Patchworks.
So it's the other one then, and that's easy enough to know. So, I don't remember all the names of the districts, but I kind of gestured towards the Dawn Shards that we could see from the window. I believe it's the other direction.
Yeah, that's fair. They said it was dark and covered by shit.
You can make your way. Go ahead.
I was just making sure we wrangled all the kittens.
I wrangle my
Good to go,
clothes
but I-
successfully.
Oh my god.
I played a campaign once where I was a pirate and I had to whip everybody to get them moving.
I remember this.
I hated that.
So stole my wallet all of them.
Hated that.
I liked that
It was a good
part.
time.
You can wrangle your kittens, and provided that nobody is giving you any gruff about it, you can make your way towards the Mist Ward.
All right.
I'm in the tavern. Going like, so about that hammer that you have, Harlan, you're telling me that this place, you know, it's good, it's well off, so you don't need it, right? No, for a while at least.
What is the passive perception of people in the group? Is that, oh, it's here at the bottom. Is that 15, 18, 14, 16, 10? Ava 15, Kaller 18, Bior 14, Cyrus
That's right.
16,
Yep, looks like it.
Door 10.
Most wise
Find my
players.
character sheet again.
Yeah, I don't see it on my character sheet, so I don't know.
I just look at the skills and in the brackets, we just kind
Yeah,
of.
it's the number in the brackets on the right. Your
Yeah, I'm
skills.
18.
Yeah, 16. Mm-hmm.
So,
That's right. It just shows it. Cool.
Ava, he will gift you some of his gear. Same conditions as last time. Just please, please, please bring it back. It's all he has.
Oh no! No, it's okay. It's fine.
But he does say,
Oh, so, you're still willing to maybe do a little work around here?
Yeah.
he gestures towards a leaking tap on one of his kegs.
It's only a small thing, but
I climb over the counter.
Kaller and Cyros, you would have noticed that he was hitting that tap with a hammer the night before.
Is he trying to give her work?
That's exactly what you think he was doing.
She falls for it 100%.
But you are able to find your way down to the Mist Ward. The amount of people that you see on the streets dwindles dramatically. The architecture overall is typically tends to be more stone based. There's cobblestone paths and a lot of really decent. You use decent here in the sense of like, from a city planning standpoint, everything seems to be made with stone that's hard to get in, hard to move, hard to shape, and there's like a functional city based around all this immovable stuff. And as you get closer to the outskirts, things seem newer. And you stop seeing as much stonework. You start seeing things made more out of wood and, other sort of eclectic building styles. And you get the feeling that with so many people coming into this place from various realms, that they've sort of brought their own building techniques and cultural traditions with them. The Mist Ward is technically part of the former architecture. The buildings here largely look like they are stone until you get right to the borders of where the previous city limits were, where that drops off entirely. And sure enough, there's just enough light to keep the miasma from choking you out, but every once in a while, it seems to drift up, or you hit a low spot where it seems just a little bit stronger, and you get these very faint echoes of that first experience that you had waking up here. It's uncomfortable. It's colder. Physically, it's colder than the other parts of the city, and your skin starts to kind of become raw as you walk closer and closer to the edge. You get the feeling that people that live here are avoiding things. There's a lot of people keeping eyes on you, watching you as you move, sort of like they're sizing up prey or marks. Anyone who cares can make a perception check.
I care. I'm not capable of caring.
I'll let
Me
them
neither,
care.
I'm
I'm
fucking
distracted.
blind.
Look at myself.
Cyros, as you are making your way sort of on the very rough directions the party cumulatively has on where this witch is, you notice there is a group of people following you. But as you get more and more committed to your path, they start to back off.
That's worse than if they kept following. I make note of it. I want to. Can I make note of the area where they stopped following us, where they deemed not worth going further?
Yes. And it is very much sort of as you get into thicker and thicker parts of where the city is losing the war to the miasma, they have backed off. And at this point, there's no one else on the streets. Right? It dwindled more and more steady until now it's just you. As you continue to travel, it's only a couple of more minutes before you find your way to where the witch lives. And this is where things are a little bit unexpected for some of you, because the darkness has just been ramping up steadily as you get closer to the full brunt of the miasma. But here, when you approach the witch's home, you see hundreds of little specks of radiant light, not dissimilar to the ones that you see coming from the dawn shards. And they flit and float and fly about, and as you get closer, you see they are tiny moths. Tiny moths with white and golden wings that give off this radiant light. Bior, in particular, this feels comforting to you.
Okay. The sound of that. This doesn't seem so bad.
These are really pretty. I tried to see if I can gently catch one in my hand.
Make
Do I know what
a.
this is?
If it's if you're trying to catch it like you would,
Like a firefly, cupped hands.
let's go with an animal handling.
Not great.
You make the effort, and a couple of times one lands on you, and you try to gently, capture it without hurting it. This is the same problem I have with lizards. We get a ton of lizards in Florida, and I'm so scared of hurting them that it's almost impossible for me to catch them. But I have to before my cat does, or else that thing is going to die. It's just you're trying to be too delicate, and it gets away. But when it does land on you, it leaves this very warm feeling. And it fades rapidly, but there's something soothing about it when it touches you.
Oh, I like this place.
As we're walking and she's trying to play with the bugs, they move like a normal swarm.
Make a. I'll say you can make an animal handling, insight, or survival check. Different results. Or different answers for depending on what you roll. So, no. They are atypical because if there was a light source that these things were going to congregate around, it would not be out here in the black. Right? They would go after one of the massive radiant crystals that are suspended in the sky atop these towers. It's unusual that they're here, for sure.
Yeah, I know they're pretty and all, but just keep an eye on them. I'm not sure what they're about. Anything here that, have you seen any wildlife here?
No, but these are so nice and they're so warm. Catch one.
I'll wait to see what the woman that brought them here has to say about them first, I think.
I'm not understanding what he means.
You approach the home. This far out, past the stone buildings, creeping into the wilderness of the area around the city, it is a wooden home. It seems to be made of a wooden home constructed of very simple cabin-style planks, a thatch roof created of those feathers that you've seen adorning the trees. There is no obvious signs of light coming from within. The windows seem to have a black mirror finish that faintly reflects your own images as you get closer.
Take a decided step behind Cyros.
I tried to avoid looking at the reflections and make my way inside. Or knock on the door if there is a door. I'm sorry, I missed that.
Just walking into fucking people's homes.
There is a door.
I'll knock on the
And
door.
you knock a few times. There is the sound of motion coming from within, and you hear a metal latch pull, and the door cracks open. You see within a single golden eye peering out from the darkness. Hello?
Greetings. Sorry, just grabbing names.
Caleb.
Yeah. We spoke with Caleb, and he told us to possibly seek you out for the weariness we are feeling.
You're tired.
I would say that's an understatement.
And rest is not enough for you. Has the
Nothing.
fatigue seeped all the way to your bones?
Yes. It most certainly has.
There is a sympathetic look on this woman as she opens the door. And she says, "Oh, sweet child." You see that she is pale. She is eerily pale. Her skin seems almost like a tinted white, like you'd see in pristine textbooks. And the rest of her seems muted, not too dissimilar to the way the dawn shards cast their light. There is obvious signs of ink blight on her form. Her fingers are stained partially with these veinous runs of black, and flittering about her are more of these moths. She seems to almost look like she's... It's hard to say this and get the right image. She almost looks greasy. You can see that the black of her fingers and these oilish and this golden oil residue seeps all over her. She looks vaguely like this.
Blank NPC page.
Yeah.
That not show you thing?
All I got. All I got was a
brought
Blake NPC page as well.
Yeah, brought up the NPC's journal, but nothing new.
Let me try this again.
There you go.
Oh,
There you go.
There you go.
it's much different than just white.
I don't know about much. It's awesome.
She has these slightly elongated fingers, and she reaches out towards you, Cyros, trying to cup your face. Do you allow her?
Yes.
Her fingers sort of wrap around your jaw in a very gentle sort of way that you might see like a parent examine their child. And she gently turns your face to the side and she says, "Oh, it's tired all the way here." And she taps you on the chest where you're broken.
Broken. I say a bit confused.
You're broken. You're in pieces, 2 pieces. One that seeks comfort in the dark, the other that wishes to be alone. I'm afraid I can't fix what's broken in you, but I can help you rest. And she pulls back and looks at each of you. Are you all tired?
I'm afraid so.
Come
And I
inside.
will speak for them because I think they are very wary.
Yeah, you're quite right. We're all exhausted.
There you go. You found your voice.
Come
Can I
inside.
roll for insight?
What are you trying to insight?
I feel like some person living out in the forest by themselves would just let us in so easily.
We're in town, right?
Technically.
On the outskirts. Same thing.
Make
I just
an
want to make
insight
sure
check.
I wasn't remembering it correctly.
No, she lives further into the border than anyone else, as far as you know. So, with a 7, there is something entirely unsettling about this. Absolutely. Right? Like, you can see signs of ink blight, which is a disease that, as far as you know, not only kills you one day, but it sort of makes you mad first. And she does not have the look of a kempt person. And also she lives out here this close to the black, which no one else does, as far as you know.
Everyone else is just going in willy-nilly?
She invited you.
So warm and inviting. Well,
Yeah, as Keller
lights.
walks in, he's like, I'm sorry, miss. What can we call you?
I am Svela. I am the Moth Keeper. Is that why Caleb sent you?
Well, he sent us for the wariness. We didn't know about the moths until we came here. We still really don't know about the moths, but they are spectacular.
Yes, they are my friends. Them and the dark. They complement each other well. Come inside. Please.
Sorry, the Dark's your friend as well? Did I misunderstand you?
The dark is my family.
I think we might need a bit more explanation there. Doesn't make a lot of sense.
It does not make sense. Do you think me mad? Because I do not fear the black?
It's more that I just don't understand, I suppose. I suppose if it's your family, you wouldn't fear it, but how exactly is the Dark your family?
The black is kind to me. It wraps me in its embrace, the way family should. It remembers me, even when I forget myself.
All right, does that happen often?
Every day. I am here with my
Forgetting yourself?
family. No, I can't forget. It won't let me.
Gonna kind of look at everybody. Let's see.
You know, family is good when you forget things.
I've made my way inside.
Yeah, Keller also had like no reservations about going inside.
Alright.
That will do.
I like to think that like you guys had already committed by the time like they start raising red flags, and you're like,
Keller's like,
Oh god.
if scary, why hot? Like, doesn't make sense. Does not compute.
And this is the second one that's got you.
She brings you inside, and you see that she has very simple furnishings. There's not a lot that is unique or entertaining about her home. It's pretty basic. Looks like she has her basic amenities to care for herself and survive the day. And she gestures for you to sit around her table, where she pulls out a mortar and pestle. And she says, "You're tired because the dark has found its way into your soul. But you are not family with it, and so it hurts. It hurts your soul. I can help you."
What price?
She says, "Would you do me a favor? I..."
Oh, not say yes immediately anymore.
Say again?
I was told to not say yes immediately anymore.
I cannot go into the city without making people uncomfortable. Would you bring something to the city for me?
What is it?
She says, "It is a trinket for another friend. She is very sad. She has left her grief here with me, but I would not touch it unless she asked me to. But would you bring her this trinket?"
Do this. It's not gonna like float into a shadow tree or something and consume the town, right?
Yeah, of course we'll help you.
I mean, yes.
Thank you. I knew you would understand. You see, the black does not hate you. It waits with arms outstretched. I will help you be more receptive to it.
What?
She says, "It's all about contrast. Too much love or too much hate can overwhelm you. You need a bit of both." And as she says this, she holds out her arm, and several of the light-bearing moths begin to land on it. You need light to balance out the dark. Balance is important. It is necessary. It is all that matters.
Eva is fidgeting in her chair, looking around at other people like,
Keller's just nodding along, makes all the sense in the world.
I do not heal. I just uncoil the knot of darkness inside you, and I let it become what it was always meant to be. It chooses the form. But I can take your ache. I have room for it. And she slowly closes her hand, crushing several of the moths to death. When they crush, you see this golden oil, this goop start to ooze from her hands into the bowl. And she drops the corpses in and begins to work the mortar and pestle until they are a proper a proper liquid. Does anybody do anything as she works this potion into being?
You said that you have room for it. Does this mean that you're taking on what ails us? Yourself?
She thinks for a moment and says, "Not for always, just for now. I will hold it here until you are ready for it. And then you'll visit me again. We are friends now."
Well, yeah, but if we're friends, we don't want to cause you pain. Seems unfair.
I am well cared for here. I will shoulder this for you. But you are tired. In the flesh, yes, but worse behind the eyes where the dark first found you. I will give you light, and it will shield you while you heal. She continues to work the mortar and pestle, and as she finishes, she speaks words over it and dips her finger into it. There is this sort of blackened, golden oily goop with black streaks running through it. And she pulls out a finger and asks for you to come forward, Keller. And she says, "Please, tell me your name." As though it were first spoken.
He will go over and he will, I don't have anything prepared, but he will give his given name, which is something in Infernal.
She takes her thumb and she smears some of this concoction against your lips. And draws her hands back and she says, "When you next close your eyes, the light will be with you. It will not stop the dark, but it will make it known to you." And then she looks towards another volunteer.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You, Faye?
Are you asking that?
Yeah.
Oh, you ask her.
Faye?
She tilts her head to the side and says, "No, I believe I am older."
Comforting. Look at
All right.
Cyrus.
Well, what? Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna look at Cyrus and be like, what do you want to do?
Cyrus will get up and approach. And if you're looking at him, you would notice as he gets up and walks forward, the bit of shadow from the light that is in the room lingers for like almost a full second before following him.
She looks genuinely sad when you stand in front of her. And she says, "Oh, poor thing. Broken worse than the others.
You carry your darkness with you. This will hurt, but you may leave that pain with me. And she dips her thumb into the concoction again, and she brings it up to your lips and smears it slowly across. As she does so, you almost immediately start to feel better. But you are just innately aware that something somewhere is screaming.
Comforting.
She finishes. Go ahead.
Yeah, I let out like a sigh of relief. Not feeling as tired for the first time in a while.
She
but
says,
I do hold that thought.
"The one who walks behind you has no shadow. Be wary. Your echo may not be your own." And then she turns towards one of the others.
I squint at her because usually I'm walking behind him.
Yeah, I was thinking that was referring to Avi too.
You talking shit?
That's pretty funny.
All right, well, we're all here. I'll walk up.
She gives a sympathetic nod to you and says,
"Your price is higher than most."
and she brings her thumb up to your lips, waits a moment, and then smears some of that goop across it.
What do you mean? What was that about price? Being hired?
She nods.
"You've already made the bargain, child. The question is whether you'll remember it before it comes due."
Looking at all these people I've been partying with for a while, like, what the fuck? Who are you people? She keeps talking weird shit.
She's gonna say weird shit about you too. Just wait.
No, I'm normal.
Yeah, you get some weird shit too.
It's like the OCD is psychosomatic.
Or you have an OCD?
You all know her problems already.
Well, that sounds rather ominous. All right, thank you.
She looks towards those of you that haven't gotten yours yet.
Ooh,
Get
so, the ones that have, do they look better?
Interestingly enough, yes. It's not an immediate fix, but there is a strength to them that seems to not have been there before.
Like if someone compliments your clothes and you're like, it's pretty good. Alright, I'll go.
She takes a thumb smear of this oily goop and rubs it on your lips. And she smiles at you.
So that's it?
Do you say that to her?
Yeah, sure.
"Is there something more you need? Do you not feel better?"
Do I feel bad?
You do feel better.
I guess not. High five Bjorn. But I'll do that. Walk away.
Leaves the house like I'm. Alright, I'll get up. Hesitantly get up to her and be like, I eat this? Or just leave it there?
She takes her thumb, dips it in the concoction, and brings it up to your lips. She smears it across and says, "Do not be afraid to give your voice. Do not deny speech to those who have lost their will to speak."
Stop being shy, lol. That sounded like...
The moment she's done, I step away.
As she finishes, you all feel better.
Yippee. How much better?
We were given a numerical value.
He said after we take our next slumber.
I pass out on the ground right
She
there.
said close your eyes.
I interpret it as after the next sleep,
Okay.
but I don't know.
You've done us a great service. About that trinket, where do you need it delivered?
She rummages around in her notes as she tries to pull open the name.
Goes to her filing cabinet, opens it up.
She says, "My friend Mara, she came to me. She needed help. I could not offer her what I have given you now, but if you would bring her this, I fear it will hurt her more than it will help, but it is what she wants." She hands you a twisting of what looks like brambles. And she says, "Tell her not to use it." "If you find her, be gentle. She only wants what the light took."
He's just trying to soak that in, and then he takes the brambles and gives a nod. He's like, "Will." Is there anything else we should tell her from you, or just not to use it?
There are things that are worse than dying. The miasma remembers all of them. That's good advice for you as well. She pats you on the shoulder.
Hope to understand it someday.
She tilts her head sort of quizzically again, this very exaggerated sort of alien motion, and then just nods at you. "Will you visit again? I hope you will. I don't get many friends."
I imagine we. From what we understand, home is not an option, so we'll be around unless the darkness takes us.
Then let it find you in a good mood, so it takes you home instead of elsewhere.
Thank you
She-
again, friend.
She says that you are welcome, and she will make whatever pleasantries she can offer until you decide to leave.
If I were to ask how much moths are, would that be rude?
Yes.
Do you say that in front of her?
Say that out loud.
In front of her?
I mean, she's in there, so yeah.
She says, "Would you like some?"
This
Careful how you
Logic.
answer.
that I'm working on. I feel like I have a bunch of parents looking at me right now.
Oh, I am not your father. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just saying be careful how you answer.
I have this project I'm working on. Oh, so you know that there are things in the dark that attack people, right?
I believe
Right.
they are called nightmares.
Yes. You believe we should be able to defend ourselves against them.
Of course.
So, I'm trying to think of a way that we can defend ourselves from them. But to do that, I need some of the light that repels them. And getting a crystal seems like, unless I have money or somehow tell them I'm important somehow, that's not gonna happen.
She
So,
seems like she's nodding along agreeably, but she doesn't really understand what you're asking.
I have a few moths. If you tell me how to take care of them, I will make sure they are well taken care of. And I can show you what I did.
She dips her fingers in the leftover concoction and she says, I have a condition, but yes, you may carry them with you.
Just carry them with me?
You may carry them for as long as they stay with you. When they leave, you'll know the condition has been fulfilled. Yes?
Looks at her brother.
Just kind of shake my head at you.
Is that a yes or no? Okay. Do the thing.
For the record, smashing them into paste and using them probably will not fulfill the condition.
I don't want to smash them. I want them as they are, giving off light.
She says, Oh, I'm sorry. These will not protect you from the miasma, but they may give you light.
Do they have any effect on the miasma at all?
You feel better, do you not?
Well, yeah, but I meant like as they are right now, fluttering around and stuff. They seem to do something around your house.
Better, don't you? I always feel better when they're here. She holds open her hand, now kind of dripping with this golden, sort of inky black goop. You would like the moths, yes?
What?
Just one. She reaches for a strand of hair that's not pulled back in your goggles. And
if I made new ones.
She coats it in a string, like she's giving highlights to a thick strand of hair, and when she finishes, a single moth flies over and lands in your hair.
Can I name it? Is it rude if I name it?
All friends need names.
I'll think of one.
And she reaches up and she pinches your cheek like a mother would, or like a grandmother would, a grandchild. Still, her hand is covered with the concoction of moth goop.
So goopy.
And she pulls her hand back and says, Then give it a good name.
Thank you, Professor.
I'll see you again. I hope.
Thank you. Probably. You need anything from town? You said you can't get there. Because people get scared.
No, I am good.
Okay.
Unless...
Huh?
And she describes to you a pastry shop.
Oh, hell yeah.
And she says, I would like something sweet and something tart for the darkness.
Anything for the light or the moths?
Sweet will do.
Alright. Okay, we'll try to do that. We'll have to see how expensive it is.
Please, they have lemon bars. That'll just get both in one.
You can leave and find your way elsewhere.
Just before we go, I was like, you look like you might have some aptitude with the arcane. Would you perhaps have a component pouch? Might be able to, or that you don't need. Might be able to part with.
She holds up the mortar and pestle and smiles at you like, this?
Oh no, I wouldn't want to take that from you. Thank you though, I appreciate it.
She gives you a nod.
Yeah, then I'll head out.
All right.
As we
So do you
leave,
know
I
how to
kind of
punch
look
them?
over at Cyros and kind of try to gauge his demeanor, because she said a lot of shit to him.
He's definitely a little like uneasy and off again. He's kind of like staring off a lot in the moment, like he's thinking.
He's pulling a door.
You drooling?
No,
You
there's
have your
like
pants up?
actual thought in between it. His eyes are moving,
Okay.
like he's thinking about things. Not
You breathing?
as if his soul left his body. You know.
The rapid eye movements indicate dreaming.
Can you make an insight check from Brian?
Oh boy, oh
I can
boy.
say that, right? Even not as the DM, right? Am I allowed to say that?
No, I don't give a shit what you guys do with each other. But if you do it more than 10 times a session, you're the DM now.
I think you're going to kill me.
Yeah, he just seems off. He just seems like he's distracted.
Yeah, that's fair.
That'd be easy. Even with a 1, you'd notice he's like not as present in the conversations that were being had. And like if someone said his name, he snapped his attention forward.
Then as we start moving back towards the light, he'll just kind of draw Ava to the side.
Do you think I can make like tiny goggles for the moth?
No, but you should keep an eye on your brother.
I always do. Why?
Something's off. Just keep an eye on him.
Sometimes he gets like that. I think he gets
Yeah.
a little caught up in the
No,
past.
you get distracted a lot. Just focus on him for a while, huh?
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, but if not goggles, what about like a little
Nope,
like professor jacket? No?
definitely not. Have you ever held a moth before?
Yeah, I am right now.
Okay, now you don't want to touch it because the thing that allows them to fly is dust on their wings, and if that gets
Dust
pulled
lets them
off,
fly.
that's well, if you put a coat on it, it's going to rub all the dust off and won't be able to fly.
What if I find a way to use the dust, make that into some sort of like accessory.
Yeah, perhaps if you put it into a mortar and pestle.
Wait, you leave Professor alone.
But anyway, I'm just
It's
saying
like a-
it'd be
Correct. To have his family around. He has at least that here.
Oh,
What the fuck?
your mic is weird now.
Sounds like you just
Like
snorted that
it's-
golden dust.
It's like your filter dropped.
Yeah, he's actually been a robot all this time.
better.
It was almost
Or say more
better.
words.
Say something a bit longer, Brian.
Something.
Nope,
Nope.
it's fucked.
Yeah, sounds
Yeah, that's
like
weird.
it's switched inputs or something.
Yeah.
I know you're not on a laptop, but it almost sounds like it switched to your laptop mic.
Yeah, that sort of thing. The quality is like way lower and sounds further away.
Well, that's because it's going through my controller for some reason. Give me a minute. I'll figure this out.
Fucking
Evan will
controller.
go.
Through your controller?
Yeah, I know the PS5 controller has a microphone on it. When I found that out, I disabled it immediately because I think it burns through the battery a bit faster. Not that it really
That's
plugged in.
crazy.
But yeah, it's pretty stupid.
I will say the PS5 controller is like the first controller that I ever picked up that had a headphone jack on it, even in the wireless version, and it's like, why did this take so long? Like, I'm sure the PS4, yeah, I'm sure the PS4 had it too, but like, why did we have to wait for PS4?
Yeah.
Why wasn't this standard like on the PlayStation? Anyways, so you guys leave Savela's hut. What are you guys doing?
I think that we should maybe we split up 3 and 3. 2 people go to hand that trinket over to kind of take care of that payment, and the rest of us, the 3 of us, will head up to find the Kalim, I think his name was.
Well, there's not enough for 3-3.
Oh, it's 5 of us. That's right. I'm sorry, we saw in 6th place. We could do 2 and 3.
Unless you're counting Professor.
I am. I was counting Professor. Yes.
Alright, good, yeah.
Old person. Mothman.
Mothman! God, I miss Austin. He was a good
Forgot
guy.
about that.
Shame he died.
Super dead.
Too bad.
Better.
Smothered in
Yes.
goblin titty.
Literally
As
buried
well.
by his own success.
I know I, for one, would like to go finish this contract. Because he kind of like looks over at the dwarves. I'm not sure Dora has a gentle hand.
He's just a little blunt, eh?
I'm confused why she said for her to not use it, but like have the thing.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it has a use. Maybe it. I'm imagining, just by the clues left, that this will kill her.
Well, if you give me just a moment, and I'll cast Detect Magic as a ritual. Oh god.
I can identify it.
Maybe you should do that. And then I'll-
Okay.
Necromancy.
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 I will share that, of course.
Can I identify?
I'm
You
gonna interrupt you before you identify, before you
No?
start, and be like,
You get the magnifying glasses.
just kind of like, hey,
Huh?
we already got paid to just deliver this. So if we look into it and it's something that interests people, it might make this harder to hand off. I think it's best if we don't know and just do what we were told.
Hey.
I agree. I for one, would like to stay on her good side. I think she has a lot of insight she can offer.
You
That other
clearly have a
people-
huge crush on her.
I mean, I am intrigued by her. I don't understand what she is.
Uh-huh.
And
That was the golden eyes.
she understands this world in a way that the people around us don't seem to. It's always good to have another set of eyes looking from an opposite perspective.
Uh-huh.
And without all that goop on, she'd probably be very pretty.
There it is. Speaking
Right,
of,
but
how
you-
long do we have to be gooped? I got it, like, everywhere.
Well, she said something about until we sleep.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Um,
let it stay there. To be perfectly honest.
Don't love it either.
You sleep like that.
That
Well,
was
the
my
strip club.
plan,
That's
too.
just gonna stab you. I mean, Cyros already has glitter on him from. So,
Yeah, still, actually, it was the only thing that came with us from the material.
Yeah! You're welcome.
Alright, well, you've already talked to Calum. Perhaps you should go back and ask him for that advance. And door might be straightforward, let's say. But I'm alright with words. I'm sure I can handle handing this off.
Yeah, but
if you...
one group has to, like, take care of him, right?
I'm sure he can come with me just to give this trinket.
God. Good luck.
kind of
I
think
don't know,
of running, and I look over at
No, no.
Cyros.
I'm gonna you're going with them too, so I don't know why
What?
you're wishing them
I
luck.
don't want to! I said no! I don't want to take care of him!
I've no control over him. Neither do you. It's up to him.
You guys should make him go by himself so he has to play the game.
I'm idly kicking rocks.
He
in the
would
corner.
just be like, "Are you married? Here, take this. Don't use it. Bye."
He wouldn't even go that far.
That's
But
way
here,
more
this
credit.
is yours.
Yeah.
Pop it in the mailbox and walk away.
Put a little tag on door that says, if lost, return to...
Use it on myself by accident.
If lost, good luck.
He's yours now.
Okay, so we're all going to see Calum, and Yami's going to deliver it.
Oh
Is that
boy.
what we're decided on?
No, I don't think that's the move. either.
So, what are you doing?
Apparently
Cyros,
that's
you met Calum. All you're gonna do is agree to the job. I'll take care of this.
Sure, we can do that.
I have a bakery to find. It's
All
important.
right. You take Door and go find the bakery. You two go hand off.
No!
And
I'm
I'll go
already
talk to
leaving,
Caleb.
bye!
Oh, quick, go follow it.
Do you
I don't
throw
know
like a
who to go
stick
with.
or something?
Like the opposite of dodgeball, you're getting picked for every team.
And I will head out to go find Caleb.
I usually was last for dodgeball.
I mean, I was a fat fuck, so I definitely was too.
I was hyper.
was good.
We didn't have dodgeball. We had battle ball. Same basic concept. Fucking love that. It's the best part of
spikes
class.
or something. What?
It's more. It's basically just dodgeball, but with like you use smaller foam balls that fly a lot faster. And,
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, and it's like all the same basic core rules, except like the sides advance more quickly based on who's winning or losing. Shit ton of fun.
Yeah, I was very middle of the pack for dodgeball.
I play a lot
loved
of
it.
dodgeball.
Dodgeball was fun as fun.
Anyways,
Like,
so
Where's Door going?
Where's Door going? Nobody wants me.
It sounds like everybody's trying to get you to go in every direction.
I've gone already. I left.
I mean, she definitely doesn't want you.
Come on, Rainmaker, let's go.
We going to Calum?
No, we're going to the Mirror.
Oh, okay. Let's do it.
Yep.
All right.
Do you still want him?
So the two of you head off to find Marin.
Yes.
Yes.
And then the other two boys off to talk to Druid Spirit Man.
Sure.
Yeah.
And Ava is
That
going to
works.
find a bakery.
Yeah.
Ava, you can find a bakery easy enough.
I want to find the bakery she mentioned.
You can find the bakery easy enough.
Alright.
Door and Caller, you can find your way towards the directions. Sorry, the directions given to you lead you to where you believe Mara lives.
Give a gentle rap at the door.
Your first knock goes unanswered.
Well, there's nobody home.
Rap, rap, rap. Oh, Mara, are you home?
There is a long silence, and then finally the door opens. You see a middle-aged, disheveled woman. You can clearly tell she's been crying and has kind of hastily wiped away her tears. She still has puffy eyes that are bloodshot, and she asks, "May I help you?"
My name is Keller. It's my friend Door.
Wave.
Just came from this fella. She asked us to bring you something.
There is a moment where she looks genuinely hopeful. "She gave you something then? A trinket?"
Yeah, she gave us a trinket for you.
She
She
looks relieved as you continue to speak.
I don't think it's going to be what you want it to be.
She gives you this weak smile that you can tell is like trying to fight back crying. And she says, "That's okay. May I have it?"
You may, She was very specific when she asked me to tell you not to use it.
She's a kind heart. I expected that's what she would say. But she still made it for me. She's the nicest. She's just the best soul. And she holds out her hand, hoping that you'll put something in it.
And I do.
When she takes it, she pulls it towards her chest protectively, and she says, "Thank you so much. Thank you."
I am very sorry.
There's another moment
So-
where you... Go ahead.
Was that there are things out there that are much worse than death. Darkness remembers all of them.
But the living remember too. Thanks. I'll remember her words and yours.
Again, I am really sorry.
She starts to make a motion to close the door slowly, and unless you stop her, she will.
I kind of look over at Thor, like, does he have any play here?
I mean, she seems better now.
Uh-huh.
Shrug.
Oh, Christ.
Yikes.
The door shuts. What are the others doing?
Well, we were going to kill him, correct?
Yes,
And he has no fucking idea who I am, so.
that's the plan.
You can find your way to the logging camp. It doesn't take very long for you to be pointed out in the direction of Calum. He recognizes you, Cyros, and he seems excited to see you. He marches over and says, "Well, I hope this is good news."
Aye, it is.
And he kind of waits expectantly.
I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sure. I can't remember her name. I'm trying to get to Bailey's notes again.
Who's
The witch.
Bella?
Svela.
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 Bella.
We spoke with Svela and have made our arrangements with her. If you're willing to, as you said, provide some payment up front to purchase equipment, I think we'll head off tomorrow in search of this tree for you.
Oh, this is absolutely the best. All right, so I have a couple of smiths. That literally a couple that are smiths. Little known blacksmith shop. They owe me a favour. I'll put in a good word. We'll get you armed. And yeah, just have your boys stop by. Calla. He makes the same mistake I do, apparently. Go over a few things with him about how to take that cutting, and this could be really good. Oh, I'm excited. I'm hyped.
We meet with the smith tonight, so we could leave in the morning. Well, today. Still pretty early, I think.
Oh,
Hard to
right.
tell.
They make a decent amount of equipment here, and it just so happens that we have a good little arrangement with them, so he will bring you over to one of the sort of outpost buildings here, and he'll draw you up a chit, and he says, hand that to them, and I'm sure they'll get you outfitted.
Perfect. I'll send him by in a few hours then, if you'll still be here.
Well, come here in the morning when you're ready to head out, and I'll meet with them then.
That works as well.
He once again sticks his arm out so that he can sort of clasp your elbow and you his.
I saw it done before, so I do it right.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
And he says, This is going to be incredible. It's going to be proper. Oh, I'm excited. See you in the morning.
In the morning.
I'm gonna stick my arm up and say, Dior, it's nice to meet you. Understand you're Calum. I appreciate the trust you put in us.
Yeah, you're part of the adventuring party then. These mercenaries. Sorry, he would say mercenaries.
Aye, that's correct, and we won't let you down.
Listen, there's not too much worse that you can do out there. Just make sure that nobody has to go in after you, right?
Oh, I'm sure that won't happen.
So,
We'll be alright.
find your way back. And preferably find your way back with a cutting.
That's the plan. Alright. Then turn to leave, I guess.
He'll give you a similar shake, and then you guys can leave.
Okay.
All right. 3 groups have completed their objectives. 2, and 2. What are you guys
but
doing?
we killed somebody, all right? So,
Yeah, so you guys have more XP.
Yeah. How much XP did he get?
It's like when you're playing Baldur's Gate, and you're like, why does Lae'zel have 20 more XP? Oh, because I killed that kid.
Yeah, because she was happy that you killed the kid.
So, what are we doing?
We are
We'll feed everyone
convening.
together. Get everyone together.
How easy
And
was it for me to get
towards
the bakery stuff that I need?
Well, you've really only had a couple of days working at the the forge. So you don't have a ton of money, and what you're
But what if they need something fixed?
finding out is that sweet and tart is in short supply here, right? Things that have fruity flavors or things that just have sugary flavors, not as easy to find as you might like. Roll a D100. Let's see if something's broken. Unfortunately, this seems like it's on the nicer part of town. Very specifically, it is in the... One second. I named all these wards. I'm damn sure going to use them. Specifically, it is in the Hearth District, which is residential and is the nicer part of town. It has its own Dawn Shard, and you get the feeling that it's very community-oriented, if not more catered towards the wealthy.
How much am I gonna have to save up for these fucking donuts?
You are probably going to spend 2 days' wages. So everything you've done to this point.
Fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just shove that over. Yeah, okay, give me the donuts.
You get your incredibly expensive donuts. Like, it's a little bit worse than ordering Five Guys on Grubhub.
Oh, God.
It's really
That hit
expensive.
me in the nuts, huh?
Yeah. So, like, maybe doing that twice. And sure enough, you have that you can bring home with you, or bring to...
I'll bring it to her.
You're going
I'm not
straight
gonna wait
back
a day,
out.
then they get stale.
Please don't go to her by yourself.
She's smart in everything but people.
You make your way back to the Mist Ward, past the dwindling presence of people that are living out here clearly because they want to avoid people, and then to Svela's hut.
Knock knock.
The door opens, revealing a single golden eye, and then much more rapidly opens when she realizes that it's you. Oh, hello again.
I
I
held
did
up
not-
the donuts.
I did not expect a friend to visit so soon and with gifts.
You said you wanted these.
I did not expect you to bring them so soon.
I mean, usually when I want something, I want it like now.
Will you share it with me?
Well, these are for you. It's fine. Probably don't get these a lot, so it's okay. Enjoy them.
She nods and says, well, thank you. And she walks towards the back of her home where the miasma is a bit thicker, and she sets one of them out. And then heads back towards the front of her house and says, but you are welcome to stay if you would like. You are
I should
always
probably
welcome.
I appreciate that, but I should probably get back to the others. We got a lot of stuff planned. They did go to deliver your thing, though, so that should be done, too.
I know. Thank you.
Okay. Well, you enjoy your donuts. We'll probably talk to you again when we're back from doing whatever it is we're going to go and do.
I am looking forward to it.
Okay, bye, lady.
Okay, lady, I love you. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
All right, you make your way away. And you can all reconvene. What do you guys do?
They see me come back out through the Mist Ward area. reach my thumb.
Yeah, you can find your way out. Interestingly enough, you can make a perception check if you'd like.
Sure. Nah.
You make it out okay.
Terrifying.
All right. If we all regroup, I want to bring everyone to this other smith that we have this, note for.
Hey, I work here.
You too. You can bring it to the smiths, and they look a little surprised. They kind of it seems like they were kind of expecting this to be called in for different things. But they shrug, and they will allow you to select some basic gear. You can select anything that is available to your starting for your starting equipment.
Just
I've been
re-equip
able
the
to-
shit that I unequipped. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, right.
So for heavy armor, Tony, does that mean splint is available since you allowed us to start with
Chainmail.
that? Chainmail, okay.
Whatever the book says.
Just checking.
What about my gun? Have I been able to remake a gun?
How willing were you to stay awake?
Very.
How... I think we discussed this, and we said that your gun is a gun, but it is not powered chemically, so doesn't require black powder. Can you give me a super high level explanation of how it goes bang?
So what it is it's actually concentrating. It's her magical focus, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Is the simplified version of it. It takes the innate magic within her and focuses it into a powerful shot. That's why almost all of her combat-based spells are also going to be through her gun.
Mm-hmm. So does it manifest something? Does it shoot something via magic? Like what's the principal propelling force there?
It's the actual magic itself. So say she
condensed into fuck you form.
Yeah, it is just a force of magic. So if she had firebolt, it would be a bolt of fire coming out of her gun.
Yeah, but when you just shoot it, he's asking, what is it shooting when it just shoots?
Yeah,
I would say it's innate magic that is just it's
condensed into physical form.
Yeah.
Cool.
And there's probably no bullet.
Make a series of crafting checks. Let's go with smithing. Let's do...
I was just going to ask how I add a new equipment shop that I probably have.
So let's do one that is Arcana.
The equipment shop will try to charge you gold, Hunter, so you might want to just do a plutonium port.
Okay.
Do that and then it'll be in a...
You are able to get a very crude, unrefined, unpolished version of your weapon ready. You do not think it is stable. You don't think it's going to detonate physically, you don't think that there's going to be a mechanical problem. You think that as a spell focus, it is not entirely focusing. You might get some errant magic. When you fire this weapon until you have finished polishing it, you're going to have to roll on the wild magic table.
Oh,
it is
hell
not
yes.
the wild magic table in the book.
I have one
Just
that's
gave her
10,000.
favorite fucking thing.
Is my favorite thing.
And we just never fixed it.
I have the 10,000 wild magic chaos roll.
You can just fuck right off with that shit.
Okay, how do I turn on?
Press the little icon.
Got it. I now have a glaive, a long sword, and a light crossbow, as well as chainmail.
Okay. What about, because it was my starter and equipment, a druidic focus?
What about it?
That be something I could fucking find? Because I don't think a blacksmith is going to make a focus.
Yeah, I had a holy symbol too.
I too was going to ask if it's possible to get either a focus or pouch.
Well, sounds like one of you needs to go to the church, one of you needs to talk to Caleb, and the other one you shit out a lot.
So, unfortunately, you know what? I'm going to let that play out. No, they don't have something that you think would serve as a druidic focus.
Fair. Good answer. That's the right answer. But I had to ask.
You don't find something that you think would serve as a holy symbol. However, holy symbol is something that you can craft with your smithing tools. And presumably you would have had time to get something together. Make a smithing check. I'll say go ahead and make 2 of them in case you fail the first time. You would have had a second day to try to piece something together.
Do I have smithing tools?
This would be for Bior. Unless you're having him make you one, which I guess is in character, you're going to need an alternative arrangement.
I would say that's in character.
Oh.
What, asking me to do it?
Yeah, in character.
Yes, as you're doing it, I'm going to be right behind you.
No, he's making
Jesus
his.
Christ.
It's very clearly his, and you're just like, oh, is that mine? Is that for me?
Well, let's bong bong bing bong. Let's see. Oh, seems alright.
It's crude and unpolished, but it is a holy symbol. It's going to cost you pretty much your first 2 days' wages.
Hold up. Whose first 2 days' wages?
Yours.
There was, thought I was being provided the materials here.
You're being provided the workshop, and you can use your wages to purchase the materials.
Well, Dor, where are the materials coming from? So I
Well,
gotta
you're the
buy
one-
some components.
Do I have share of your money?
I don't know. Did you do any of the work to get it?
I'm going to ponder this.
We're communist here? What the...
I think there's enough here. I'm just going to take whatever you have and go get materials.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, alright.
I don't know why you're so bent up on a holy symbol anyways.
Yeah, not like you cast anything.
I'm no longer there. I'm getting materials.
Okay, how are you getting materials?
Took his money.
It's going to cost him pretty much all of his money just to make one.
Ooh.
I don't need a holy symbol. I can't use a holy symbol. So.
Oh, so this was just someone you were making, or what do you use for a focus?
Well, I would need to use an arcane focus or a component pouch, which is why I'm hoping I can... was hoping to go buy the components of such, and, you know...
So you can instead have made an arcane focus. And that is roughly, you can make a holy symbol or an arcane focus, and it's going to be 2 days worth of wages.
No, it's all right. I'll make him his.
I mean, isn't a component pouch just a sack?
Yes, but it needs the components in it.
See,
That's
the
the part
focus.
that matters.
You can
You
pick
make it
those up.
reversible. One side is the holy symbol, other side, arcane focus.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you
like
can just
that.
paint- you can
Let's
paint
just
the
put
holy
this in
symbol it.
perspective, right? Like a component pouch. Like, I need a sprig of sage. Do you see any sage plants around here?
Yeah, I need some fleece and what is it, a firefly or some shit for light? Yeah, a firefly or phosphorescent moss. I mean, I guess these things.
Actually,
Professor.
I think we have those.
Leave Professor out of this.
It doesn't get consumed. What that's worth. Yeah,
So we
Yami
can
has-
I don't wanna
that
be-
spell, actually.
I don't want to be in shit with the voodoo lady, alright?
Then maybe you shouldn't have taken a moth.
Yami has his
Have-
fucking the holy symbol. Unless I can make a reversible one, that'd be great.
Look, I need to test my gun theory, and I don't have a thing that gives off light, so the moth is for that. There's a reason.
Yeah, I can't imagine that pissing off the witch lady.
That's why I asked.
So, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna also make sure that everyone gets fucking armor and stuff like that, and doesn't just focus on spell focuses. And
Oh, I already
I
got
got-
my
I
armor.
got my
like,
shit.
and my sword and a shield.
Yeah,
Perfect.
You said everybody. You meant Yami.
yes,
Okay,
and
I
a
see.
crossbow, perhaps.
I have armor, gun, and my tools.
I'm going to spend some time looking for various components that I might be able to use.
Oh, it's
Great.
a blade of grass.
I mean,
An effective component pouch.
you can, if you don't want to make something, you can just take
I
your
don't
wages
have any
and-
money left.
Well, what did you make?
His holy symbol.
Oh, that was nice of you. Why didn't you send him to the church?
Certainly would have made more sense, wouldn't it?
All right, so you're down a component pouch and you're struggling to find one.
I mean, I can cast most of my shit. It's just I'd like to be able to get, light.
We have the moth, so
Yeah, sounds like she's not sharing though.
Well, provided Professor is safe.
Yeah, he's not gonna get hurt. He, she, it, whatever.
Moth.
Zer,
he, she, moth.
Zaxu, and Rex.
Moth
Well,
is the
before
only
I
thing
go
that-
to bed, I am going to go to the gardens. I forget what they're called. Let me look.
The ones in the pail?
Sorry, what?
The ones in the pail?
Yes,
The
the ones in
farms.
the bed.
All right.
And I'm really just going to kind of wander my way in there and kind of find where the center is. Then I'm going to sit down for the next 8 hours.
So finding the center and thereabouts is pretty easy. The pail is specifically arranged around the Dawn Shard. It's one of the interesting things about this city that this portion, which is all stone, really leads to its intent and design. This is the largest district. It has the brightest Dawn Shard, and it seems to prioritize giving out light to the most vital resource of all, which is their, food. So the Dawn Shard is at the center of the district. So there is a massive tower that spirals into the sky. The shard rests atop it, and the temple sits at the base. There are small little gardens that are specifically designed for aesthetic purposes rather than food production, but they very quickly give way to the farmsteads. And you can find your way either towards the edge of one of those farmsteads or towards the gardens or to the temple itself.
He'll probably find his way into the farmsteads because, like, the farmsteads, that's where the bulk of the crops are coming from, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. And he will just find a little spot and settle down and start chanting.
So when you enter the district, you get eyes on you when you don't immediately head for the farm and you don't go into the temple. But disappearing into the farmsteads, like, towards like where the crops are obscuring you from view, seems to net you some privacy.
He's not trying to hide.
Yeah, it's more like they wouldn't let you be a homeless man and park outside the temple. But since you've fair. Arrayed away from that and you're a little bit
homeless
more
man in the cornfield is just more palatable. Got it.
Yeah. Got it. I like that. Should sound clip that one. Yeah, it's a bit more condoned. You find your way somewhere quiet and you begin meditating.
I begin casting.
Oh, you begin casting. What are we casting?
Forest fire.
The 8-hour version.
Oh shit.
A lot of fire.
You having a food problem?
One second.
Pretty cool.
I would like for you to make a contested spellcasting check.
So a wisdom check?
You're going to be proficient in this, so probably survival.
All right.
Or another skill, which is your wisdom plus your proficiency. You channel this spell. You don't think that you're the first person to do this, right? But what's interesting is casting this spell every single day as one person has diminishing returns, right? You can only bolster things so far. You actually feel that a different source of this type of magic affects the plant life a little bit better than just recasting the same thing. It has more effect than you expect it to. However, what is interesting about this is you feel this repulsion to your magic, this sort of dead spot. And you try to shove and coerce to work your magic into that spot, and it rebuffs you. And as you attempt to cast further, you feel as though you're being watched. You start to hear whispers.
Can I tell where the dead spot is coming from, like where the source of this?
You have a pretty good idea. It's where the plants were dying at.
Is it below?
With your check, you do think so. It's something that almost seems like it's reaching up from the earth and poisoning the crop.
I will keep that in mind as I go on the next several hours, just keeping at this until someone stops me.
Yeah, it's the spell kind of writes it as you only get one plant growth per year. You definitely don't feel like you're like your plant growth is as effective for other areas as it would be, but it's not as a full zero, right? You do feel something, and more than just the effect that it has on the plants, you actually feel bonded to the land a little bit better, right?
That's essentially that's what he was going for. He would like the crops would have been a nice cherry on top, but he is like the trees don't make sense. There is no light. There is no reason for the leaves to be the way they are. He's trying to figure out why the feathers help feed these trees and keep them growing. So he's just trying to like
you
in
get
touch with
some
anything.
of that, right? You get some of that, and moreover, you think you're starting to brush against what Caleb refers to as the spirits of this land. They're too abstract for you to think or talk about them or to them like he does, but you're getting pieces of that puzzle. This is probably something that you could work at to get a better understanding over time.
Then he will try to find one of the people who tends the farm.
Are you looking for working the farm or owning the farm?
Not just somebody that like probably owning the farm. He not just somebody that is picking the fruit, but he's looking for someone that he can talk to about the problem that they're going to have to dig up.
So what you learn is the wealthiest man in the city, like the singular wealthiest man in the city, is just a guy who farmed real good. The bulk of the farmsteads, probably about 70% of them, are owned by a single man, including where you think the dead spot is. And he is not easy to track down. You get the idea that he comes and he goes, he makes regular inspections, works with his farm hands, and then disappears.
That's great. With that information, he has shit to do tomorrow. He can't be out all night doing this.
What you do find is that he is a member of the Council of Stewards. So the Council of Stewards covers like most of the infrastructure in the city. You can probably make an appointment.
Cool. If I survive, I will do that.
All right.
But now he is exhausted and will head to lay down.
Cool. Anybody else do anything?
I can nab a bit of fleece somewhere. There's sheep.
So on your way
goats or
back from the
something.
farmsteads, you see Bior frisking a goat.
Yep, I'll take it.
Is the goat happy?
The goats, the sheep, they're not unhappy. They're tamed creatures. The biggest thing you have to deal with is the fact that you're going onto somebody's land. But if you would like, make a stealth or an athletics check, depending if you're going for speed or subtlety.
We'll go with speed. Oh, maybe it's not shit. Oh, it's not shit.
You hop the fence, grab a sheep, grab some fleece, and are out before somebody can say, "The fuck was that little guy doing?"
God. Playing in the hallway. Yeah, that'll do it for me, I guess. Go. Because about what time is it right now?
Not too late. Guys went out the first thing in the morning. It's probably getting into early afternoon. Maybe a little later.
Well, go work at the forge for the remainder of the day, I guess.
I would help Ava in any way I can. As she's, I know I can't like help her tinker. You know, like I'm not an artificer, but help keep her focused, try to keep her on track. I would also want to talk to... God, what's his name? Who owns this place again? Someone knows.
Harlan?
The dwarf? Yeah, I'll talk to Harlan. Explain to Harlan that he doesn't have to go around breaking shit for her to fix. That it'll be okay.
She just looked so upset without anything to work on.
I think she found something that's gonna take a lot of her time now. I appreciate you looking out for her, but... she won't stop if you don't let her.
Well, I'll tell you what. You let me know if she looks a little, sad. This place can affect you in all sorts of ways, and I'll find something to bend.
I appreciate that.
Gives you a nod, gives you a drink.
I'll drink it, check on her, and as everyone's kind of away, I'm gonna go like behind the inn and try to find a spot that's a little isolated from other people. Or I could maybe have like at least a little bit of room and some privacy. If that's the area I can locate.
You can find, basically, it's not that it's empty all day, but with everybody either out working or, focusing on getting to places where they can drink or get home, it's not a very widely traveled, so you can find some relative privacy behind the establishment.
Perfect. Back there, I will walk in, kind of do a quick look around before, as I've been practicing over the last couple days, calling
wait,
my shadow
before you do-
forward. Go ahead.
I do a roll to see if I remember that Kaller told her to keep an eye on her brother.
There.
Go for it.
Would you like me to roll?
I don't think there's an
It's either enter wisdom
ADHD
for
check.
recalling things. That's definitely intelligence.
Just
Flat int.
try an intelligence check.
Ooh.
Yeah, you remember you have a brother.
Yeah, he was helping me with this project. Oh god, this project. Okay. Well, now that I have the moth, I can actually and she's...
Yeah, you vaguely remember that you should be concerned about him.
I mean, in this land, of course.
Hi, we have done our best. So,
Lead a horse to water.
Cyros, you're out back.
Yeah, I'm going to just call forth my shadow to see if the weapon comes with it. And when it does, I'm going to, spar it, so to speak, to see how it can now I have a weapon to just get a deeper understanding of what the fuck I'm doing here.
Make an athletics check and tell me how you start to spar with this thing.
So I'm gonna start I have my glaive out. As when I manifest it, seeing it has the weapon, I'm gonna take an easy attack at it and hoping to see if it can parry it. I know that's not how it does mechanically works, but just trying to get this character thing. Athletics check. Click. Ooh, and that one.
So you strike out at your conjured shadow, and when your weapon strikes it, the movement is very much mirrored. It's not like it's acting in echo. It's a perfect mirror. The movements are exactly the same. It strikes your weapon, only rather than a metal on metal sound, its sound is much lower, duller. And you test out a few times, thwack, thwack, smash, smash. The weapons hit, and they rebound as you expect them to. And as you pull back, sort of satisfied with the results, it starts to strike out at you. And you have to put up these very hasty parries. And it gets faster and more intense. And it's leading you for a moment. And then just sort of snaps back into a reflection again.
I'm gonna take a second, like catch my breath, look around to see if I was noticed. And then kind of dismiss it, having it snap back to my to follow me,
Mm-hmm.
to be a shadow again. And probably be a little bit white in the face for a little bit.
All right.
Then I'd make my way back in and pretend I wasn't anywhere.
Eva is still talking like you were there, but see this part though, I'm just not sure, and I know you said you blah, blah, blah.
I put down a drink in front of her and whatever kind of hardtack or food we have access to, and make her eat it before she continues.
She talks with her mouth full. Crumbs
fine.
everywhere.
And then I'll just wait for everyone else to return.
And everyone eventually will. What's the plan?
Just gonna go over again. Kayla, tomorrow in the morning, we're gonna make our way back up to Caleb. He said he wanted to speak with you and show you how to do the plant thing that you're doing.
Oh, taking the clipping, yeah. Sorry, my head was elsewhere. Yeah.
And you two are
Right.
terrible at focusing.
I kick a chair.
And hit her with it?
No, just so it's not where it should be.
Oh, okay, I see.
I put it back.
Get up from
I
your
was-
project, walk around.
I was in the gardens earlier, and I was just trying to help bolster the crops a bit, and there's something under the farmstead.
I'm assuming it's something that shouldn't be there.
Well, who knows what should or shouldn't in these lands, but it is definitely something fighting the life of the crops.
Stop
I
training
found-
to attack.
Yeah, it is something that is pulling the life from them from beneath. It's hard to explain, really. But found out who owns the farm. It's something I'm going to have to look into. I just wanted to say it out loud in case something happens to me. Someone should look into it.
Not
What
gonna
would
be
happen to you?
happening.
We're going out into the black tomorrow.
Wait, is that tomorrow?
Yes.
But my gun's not done. I mean, it'll do the thing, but
I
it's not
shut
gonna
up
do
the
it well.
hand to her crossbow.
When we went out from Waterdeep, was your gun ready?
Yeah.
It was perfect. It couldn't have been improved upon at all. It
Well,
wasn't
no,
stuff
it could
you're
be
working
improved
on?
upon. See, the thing is that I was always working.
Yeah, there we are.
But the thing is that this is really crude. I don't know what will happen when I shoot it.
I start taking the bolts out and setting them on the table for her. As they
I just slowly push it off the table.
Oh, yeah,
I'll
we
take
killed a
out.
woman.
I'll stop in the middle of taking out the armor I made sure that she got, and look to you with a bit of shock.
Well, not directly, but she's definitely killing herself.
Wait, who?
Oh, Mara.
If somebody kills himself here. Aren't they all dead?
A lot of the
That's
people here
why
died to
she
get
did-
here, But yeah.
That's why she needed something, because probably normal methods don't work.
By the way she looked, she lost somebody very important to her. Child or husband, wife, something. I don't know. She was looking for a way out.
Oh, that's rough. Hey, I brought your girlfriend the donuts.
Did you hear her when she said that she was older than Faye?
Yeah.
I don't think that is girlfriend material.
She's too old for you?
No, she's just beyond me. Like,
I mean, like, you could have low standards, but, like, why not if she's still, like, interested?
holy fuck. How do I speak human to your sister here? Like, how do I?
She's not speaking human, and I make sure she notices that there's armor for her.
Cool. I don't think those will fit you.
No, this is for you. Because we're
Alright,
going out tomorrow morning.
Alright, yeah, I don't want to do it the same way we did last time. That was gross, and there are images I cannot burn out of my mind.
By the way, you should really get that mole looked at. You were naked for a long time.
Is he sitting in the corner drooling again?
No, I was talking to you.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. What?
You were drooling. Ah!
I was! It was me this time. No, I got a lot of moles everywhere. It's fine.
Okay. You seen the dwarves?
Not in a minute. We've been mostly waiting for everyone's return, so.
Yeah, is it the end of the day? Am I still smithing?
Yeah, I mean, Bear's probably head to Smithy, and Dora's, I don't know.
Still behind him, criticizing his smithing.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
Full piece of shit.
Love that.
Zero experience in it.
You're a dwarf, you do better.
Sit in your fucking armchair. Yelling at the players. I don't know, am I heading back, or is that still going on? Like, what time of day is it, Tony?
Sorry, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I was flirting with somebody. What's going on?
Okay.
What do you need?
Is it working?
Yes.
Goddamn, door.
Yeah, we're going to meet up on Sunday.
Hell yeah.
Hell
we were
yeah.
just
Victoria Day.
doing pretty inconsequential role playing. We're just waiting for the time to pass. So he was wondering if he could be back at this point.
Yeah.
Like if we could move to the end of the day, kind of thing. Unless there's stuff you wanted to have happen.
Oh, we lost Tony again.
It happens.
Just being
Oh, I
If it
distracted.
wasn't
thought he
you,
was
it wasn't
going
worth
to.
it.
I thought he was going to say what he was waiting on. Edge Dick, the one that initiated the conversation.
Oh no, I was like asking what time of day it is. Like, am I still at the smithy? I'm unsure how much time has passed here.
Well, you're creating the holy symbol for door would have mostly been the previous couple of days' work. So you can spend your afternoon there
Yeah, I was going to spend
making
the
a
rest
little
of
bit
the
of
day
coin
working there
pretty
till-
much until you decide to go back to the inn.
Well, to the end of the day, I suppose. So I'm just wondering what time it is. Roughly.
So you could pretty much work into the evening, 6, 7.
Okay, well, say till I'll do that until they're not paying me anymore, and then I'll fuck off back to the inn. And I guess Dor is gonna follow me.
I mean, I'm not gonna stay there by myself.
That'd
Why
be quite
not? You just
crazy.
yell at the wall, say it's not doing its wall job well enough. Letting too much air in. Piece of shit. Also, just generally speaking, going forwards, if anybody needs healing at the end of the day, let me know. Because I will use the, if we're going to go for a short rest, I'll try to heal everybody. Save us on dice using.
You
I'm
can
back, it's the end of the day.
you can meet up with your friends, provide them with your services. What are you guys doing?
The rest of us are ready to go to bed. Just waiting for the dwarves to return.
Yeah.
You find them in their finest overshirts, ready to go to bed. You reunite. You can also be in an overshirt with like one of those conical caps, like nightcaps. Is anybody doing anything, or are you going to sleepy sleep?
Sleepy sleep.
Just reminding everyone that we're working in the morning. Got a job to do. I'm gonna force Ava to go to bed at a somewhat reasonable hour.
Do this to me. Excuse me. And if anybody else needs some healing before we turn in, sound the horn.
I am max health at half health.
I think it would be a waste to use this spell for me.
Well, I'm gonna get it back anyway, so.
Maybe. That's
As far as I know, I'm gonna get it back. Nobody? Okay.
Don't have damage dealt to me.
Well, I was just checking in case anybody's hurt.
My Felix.
Okay. Do we sleep, I suppose?
You head to bed. I need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Shit.
Oh yeah, an 8.
Throw. That's yours. Ten.
10, 8. Jesus Christ, Caller, showing everybody up. Jesus Christ, Bior, showing him up. Caller and Bior. You rest through the evening. As the night passes, your sleep is gentle, but you're vaguely aware. It's difficult to describe because usually the gift of sleep means that you get... wait a second. Is one of you an elf?
Maybe.
Caller? Okay.
Not me.
evening.
Just making sure. The gift of sleep means it's time travel, right? Unless you have something where you dream, you close your eyes, and the next time they open, it's the morning. But instead, there are moments during your rest where you can vaguely hear humming. There's no words, no lyrics. It's just the tune of a melody. And it plays over and over like a lullaby. And you catch moments where it's familiar to you. It's this feminine voice just like singing the same song over and over, and each time you catch it, it lulls you back into deeper rest. When all of you awaken in the morning, you feel good. Feel great. Like, not just not exhausted anymore, but you feel powerful. You feel honed, trained. Your levels of exhaustion are gone.
Yay!
Howdy.
And you benefit from a long rest.
Even more
That's that
yay!
Good moth juice, man. I guess I clicked the long rest button.
And Hunter,
Remember,
don't
the first hit is free.
Fix your strength if you have not already.
That is a short rest, so we fixed that on the first
Okay.
sleep. But thank you.
Yay.
I did get 2 hit dice back, which is fucking nice, because I was out of hit dice.
The morning greets you exactly the same way the night did. What do you do now, if anything?
Get up before doors so I don't have to see anything I don't want to. Get some brekkie. Ask Heather to, or Harland rather, to prep the brekkie. And of course, offer to help, even though she probably can't cook.
Caleb will get up and just be chipper. He kind of gets up and he's just humming a tune to himself as he starts gathering his shit. Tune that Bjor might be familiar with. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Oh, so you heard that too?
Huh? What?
Can't put my finger on it. But where did I know that from?
No, what from?
Well, that tune you were humming.
I was humming?
Aye. It was stuck in my head all night. Where do you hear it from first?
He thinks to himself for a minute because he was just humming. It's just kind of something you do, not pay attention to, and then he starts piecing it together, and he's like, I heard that last night as well. Did everybody
Do what? Huh?
hear a lullaby in your sleep?
No, not since I was like really little and Mom would tuck me in. Sometimes I hum it to myself, like if I'm really having trouble, and it kind of like soothes me.
But not last night. Alright. That's odd.
But I am feeling fucking fantastic.
Oh, me as well. Like I slept a week. Just one
Definitely
night.
feel better.
Dor looks like he's awake.
I don't know about that.
Well, more than 4.
Yeah, I think
Just
you might have
pantsless.
to get. Oh, God.
Oh, now Yami's initiating it.
Wait, you left your room. Put your pants on.
This is all you.
Look at him when he's laying
all
there.
of you.
It's like a sundial down there.
All of you planted this idea in his head. I want you to know it's all of you.
Yeah, no, this is the first time that he's actually led with it. So, like, this is just conditioning.
I don't know
Yeah.
what you're talking about. He did it.
This is learned nakedness. Fuck's sake.
All right. Yeah. Get some food in us. And let's go see Caleb.
You get some food, you get some drink, you set off to
You
the
find
north
your
part of
pants.
town. Yeah. You make 3 You check 3 times that everyone's used the bathroom before you leave. You still have to stop somewhere and go for one of you. It's door.
Yeah, sorry.
Otherwise, you find your way to the logging camp and you can meet with Calum. Calum is buzzing with excitement. He genuinely seems excited to see you, and he takes each of you in that same embrace where he clasps elbows with you and says, "This is going to be huge, mates. This is going to be proper. Glad you're here."
I am thrilled to be doing this for you and for everyone here, obviously. And I know you've been thinking about this for a while and been conversing with the spirits as you do.
Right. Now, on
There
that
is a
note,
chance you
Oh.
don't succeed.
well, of course, I haven't, started cashing in my chips yet, but just having someone that's able to take on the job. You don't understand. I've been hounding the Bloodsworn for weeks. And the city won't pay for it. They won't take what I've got to offer. And miles ahead of where we started. So, to that end, and he pulls out a curved blade, not dissimilar in shape to a sickle, designed more for small gardening purposes. And he says, "This thing's going to do all the work for you. All you need is just to put a little bit of magic into it. That little bit of magic's going to do all the work. It's going to get that cutting. Just go as low in the tree as you can."
You want me to dig into the root structure? Like
No.
how far do you want me to go?
What I've heard is that there's a stretch of grain, so plants and things that are growing around the tree, and then the tree itself has a bud. Try to get as close to the bark there at the base of that bud as you can. Unless the whole dryad's there, in which case, just, play nice and convince her to come back this way where it's safe and not evil.
Said
Does
the
he seem
roots?
honest?
I gotta give Caller a look when he mentions roots.
What?
I'll remember the thing you said in the city.
Oh, I was actually going to mention that. I noticed that someone tried to enhance the growth of the farms. Was that you?
Please don't tell nobody, right? So, Bran does not like magic at all. When I first got here, I thought that I would make my way up and I'd use my connection to the spirits and sort of help the farmsteads. That man nearly beat me to death. He does not like magic at all. And that's why I work here instead of there. Because he despises me. With all of my being. With all of his being. So, I tend to the
But I
logging
didn't run
camp.
into him.
Oh, yeah.
I did the same thing yesterday.
Well, hey, at least we know that if one of us does perish, the other will be able to handle it in the future. But
There's
be
something
careful.
something down there that's causing the plants to get tainted below the roots.
What do you mean when you say there's something down there?
There was something fighting me the whole time. Was trying to corrupt the plants from below ground. I'm not sure if it's a being or the land itself, but there's something down there that wants to
Down
take
under.
over the farms. Yeah, below.
Woo!
Oh lord.
We did it.
We fucking got there, boys.
I'm actually very proud of myself right now.
Pretty good.
He says, "That wasn't like that when I did my spell. I don't know if maybe you've got more juice than I do, but I don't think I did a bad job, and maybe this is new.
I actually hardly touched anything that you hadn't already touched. It was just, I felt this thing, and since the plants have just started being corrupted, this is probably new, but now that you say this guy hates magic, after we're done today, maybe you can help me try to navigate how we bring this to his attention without saying we magicked it.
Oh, easy.
Oh.
Easy.
Well,
Dig.
I can, and I'll help you when you get there. But I think I know the right way in. Let's see. We'll talk about it when you get back. When you get back, make sure you do it.
But I was concerned because after he brought that up to us, that I started wondering maybe what happened to this dryad happened like that. Because the story is that it was around, and then suddenly, people thought it died. And, that's when the miasma came in and all that stuff. What if it was weakened from the roots, like whatever is trying to fuck with us in town?
There's a very sobering moment, like an expression comes across his face, and you can tell, like, this is something that you've pieced together for him, and he's, oh, son of a,
which is good and bad.
That's why we need the dryad.
Yep, it's good and bad, because that means that there's something that we can remove to maybe help it cure itself. Or, we have Professor, maybe he can help, I don't know.
You've got a professor.
Yeah, I pointed them off.
I straight up facepalm, which is even mentions Professor.
I thought maybe you meant one of Theodora's, but no, that's right, cute. She gave you that?
Yeah. I was going to use them for different experiments, but, like, the goop that they have, I don't know, maybe if we... it all depends on if we get there, of course. There's a lot of ifs, ands, or buts. But, they have light, something in them. Maybe that could help. We'll see. But yeah, something to think about.
I don't have a ton of experience with them, but I don't think they're the magical ones.
Oh, fair.
I think they're drawn to the magic.
Well, then maybe it'll be helpful in other ways. Yeah, we'll find out.
Well, certainly you'll learn more if you try, but hey, let's get on the road. Well, I mean, not us. Well, not me. But
if the dryad is tainted, what do you want us to do?
So, if the dryad is tainted, it can't be allowed to remain, right? Because anything that we try to do is going to be circumvented. But I have optimism that that's not the case because of the green, right? If the tree and the dryad should match each other. So if the tree is corrupted, the dryad will be, but there's some growth on it, like healthy growth. That tells me that whatever you find there, there's some healthy parts to it. But yes, if we're just totally wrong about that, then if you can, take care of it. And if not, just get back alive.
All right, I just wanted to put all the cards out on the table,
I'm hoping for a different outcome, but...
Yeah, me too. And when you say put magic into this, I don't...
So he will go over some more naturalistic aspects to spellcasting. you get the feeling that his magic isn't the same as yours in like the way that you understand it, but there's enough overlap that you have a good idea. You'll need to channel a spell slot into it mechanically. He'll describe that in a different way that you get the same effect of understanding from. So it will be important.
I just wanted to know how he was going to say it.
He would have described it in a much more lore accurate and in character way. But what he does impress upon you is you'll need to have some juice left over. And he will offer you guys a pouch.
Oh, will he?
Oh, yeah.
What's in this pouch?
He hands it directly to you.
Really?
Really?
What's this for?
Said it'll help out there.
I'll open it up and see what's in there.
You see
crawl out?
Like some candy.
a massive amount of it's good berries. You have a d6 plus 1 of good berries. Go ahead and roll it.
Okay.
Don't fuck us.
Fucking type correctly. What the fuck am I doing? Jesus Christ. I'm sitting
Your
a little
best?
off-center. I'm sitting a little off-center. My keyboard. Oh, good. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, he did it.
You have 2 good berries, and he looks a little surprised. I swear to you, there was more than that this morning. I need to talk to one of my assistants. But good luck.
Hey, thank you very much.
What do you guys do now?
Could I have gotten like a piece of paper or something?
Yes.
All right. I am going to, because I assume there's probably not a lot of maps.
Of
The general area in which we're going. Like, it's...
You have not seen one. Do you ask about one?
Yeah, I'll ask him, because he's there.
He will explain to you that you can probably find a map of the city at most of the government buildings.
Yeah, but the city is not really what I'm looking for.
He says if you're looking for something beyond the city, you should probably see the archivist. And he'll say, well, she's the only one that's doing any sort of like lore keeping or research or anything about the black and the area beyond. She's probably your best bet. Oh, the Blood Swan. I'm sure they've got some maps.
We probably don't have time for that. Oh well. Then I'll just do a crude one as we go.
You can do so. And you head into the black. Well, not quite the black, but close to it. Yes?
The off-gray.
You head into the gray. Very quickly, the tree line begins to obscure the light radiating from the Dawn Shard. It's not long into your trek that this close to the city, you feel like there should be enough light to repel the miasma, but similar as you reached out to the borders of the Mist Ward, the miasma starts to roll in thicker. Not quite so heavy that it begins to cause you the negative effects of being in the miasma, but getting closer and denser as you travel. As your first hour into the forest approaches, you start to notice signs of wildlife. Anyone who cares can make a perception or survival check.
Keep closing my character sheet.
3
Look,
and a
we
4.
don't have advantage this time. Or disadvantage, rather.
You can double-click the top there, and it'll make it small.
Kaller, Cyros, Avalon, eerily similar. God damn it, all 20s? Bior.
Yep, except for Door.
Also Doors here.
Ooh.
Glaucoma's really hitting hard.
You can see there are some pseudo trails made by the logging camp as they venture into the forest and they cut down various trees. Kaller, you get the feeling that the trees here are being replanted and growing back, assisted by Calum and his magic. The pathway up ahead seems to be older, less traveled, and you can see there are unusual lights in the distance. From the path that was given to you by Calum to take, you know that people haven't been up this specific path in a while. It's supposed to be more straightforward to your objective. But he didn't mention anything about lights in the darkness. The lights themselves don't have that radiance that you're used to being described to you. Instead, they have this pulsing sort of off-red, almost pinkish glow coming from them.
Everybody has shiny new weapons. Might as well keep them in hand, yeah?
Aye,
Draw
take out
my
my crew gun.
grave.
Ready my hand.
You travel a little bit further, and you start to see webs. At this point, you've heard that a lot of what seems to be conjured out of the miasma is what you fear. And spiders are a common fear. As you make your way a little bit denser, the trail sort of sections off here, you can make a choice. Take the path that has been described to you, or try to navigate around whatever's ahead of you. It would be a path that wasn't outlaid for you, but with some good navigation, you might be able to circumvent whatever is here. Or you might get lost.
Leave that to the navigator.
Cyros.
I look to Keller.
These webs seem to be getting more dense. I imagine whatever is spinning them, it's not far ahead. We could keep pushing because this is where we know Dryad is, or we could try to go around and maybe make our way back to it. It's all very difficult in this darkness, so...
I would rather us not get lost.
Which one of you doesn't like spiders?
Most of them like them, but they're not that bad.
I mean, they're icky.
So this didn't come from us, that's good at least. But I know that those things that we fought the first night were pretty terrible. I don't know how giant spiders are going to be, but it's your call, boss.
I think getting lost out here would be the worst thing we can do. Be careful, but just keep pushing forward.
You trek a bit farther into the forest. As you are passing by, you see there are trees that have been hollowed out or cut, presumably for lumber. Massive trees that have been taken for resources. And nesting in one of them A pulsing glow of light reveals vibrant red, orange, pinkish glowing eggs covered with thin crystalline web strands. As you pass through it, you see in the distance a silhouette of a large hulking spider. It skitters through the branches loudly, shaking the branches and feathery leaves from them as it disappears into the foliage. Do you continue on?
Well, I mean, it so kindly just got out of the way for us.
I'm going to try to urge people to move carefully and slowly to not step on webs.
I will do my best.
Playing, but yeah.
Yeah, cling for sure.
You pass further, seeing more of these nests. And as you cross through one that is tangled with webs and vines, the creature, not particularly subtle, lunges out. I'm going to put you on a map. You are not surprised. You are well aware of its intentions. We're going to roll initiative. We might do a round of combat, and then we'll call it. So let me throw up some people. Is your bird out?
My bird is out, but he's not on fire.
My bird is also out. But is never on. Ideally.
I don't have a bird.
My bird is on fire, but not out.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, bird's got to be a euphemism for something, right? Bird?
What?
Is it a euphemism for
Penis.
anything? It has to be.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say anything.
my big sloppy bird just hanging out all over
Why
the
is it
place.
gotta be sloppy?
A bird's out.
Because that was what sounded funny to me at the time.
No, I don't like that.
You don't like my sloppy bird?
I don't like your sloppy bird.
You don't like my sloppy bird is a crazy saying.
Slappy bird, slappy bird.
Slap it a bird, man. That's funny to me. All right, I'm going to put you on a map.
Crazy how we have a new group name.
Slap a bird. How do I do this? What's this map called?
My new band name.
I don't know
Adrian
how
the Sloppy
to
Birds.
force you guys onto a specific spot on the map, so you might just want to figure that out. Some of you might want to be responsible for light.
Yeah, might,
Oh, these trees are huge.
Yeah.
A big tree. Yeah, I was definitely not picturing that.
Big. I pictured big tree. I was like, cool. This tree's probably like 10 feet around. That's a big tree.
Oh, this
My
is
God.
redwood big.
oh,
Oh, that redwood.
This is D&D big.
Yeah,
It's
you're absolutely right.
fantastical in nature. Let's do a scene. Is that how I do here? Combat encounters. No encounter. All right. So you
Thanks.
guys should be able to roll initiative.
probably delete
I'm going
my,
on initiative 0.
You can delete my bird off the thing. It doesn't need its own initiative.
Ooh, a lot of 20s.
I got a 0, which is like a 20, but I forgot the 2.
No, you have a 19.
What?
No, you have a 19. I have a 0.
I can do that for it. I'm pretty sure. I think this is the character I've learned. Yeah. Hey, Brian, if you want to keep at your spot, then I can take the 0.
It's up to you.
It's not what I
I'd
said.
say whoever has the higher initiative gets to choose first, but you
Both
both
19.
have a 19. So
Choose, brother.
no, you
support.
choose. I'm not choosing.
No,
On
you.
support. Oh, I'll go last.
Doesn't one of you have a feat that lets somebody like
Yep.
take their initiative?
Yeah, I'm swapping
Yeah, they
with
both
Cyrus.
do. They're both trying to give me their initiative. Can you do that on your end? Because I can't change my initiative.
Now he has to, sadly.
Oh, whose initiative am I changing?
Keller and Cyrus.
What is Cyrus is supposed to be?
0.
Cyrus 19, and Keller is 0.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's the becoming. Correct.
All right. How did you roll a 0?
I have a -1 to Dex.
Stop. Just don't do that. Do
You're
something
probably
better.
right? But I needed a higher stats. So I don't know what else you want from me.
Fair enough. All right.
Dex is a good dump stat. Everyone knows that.
Top of the round door. This creature stumbles through the shrubbery. Again, not quiet, not subtle. It's not stalking you. It's aggressing you. It's full on charging you. You can see there is the faint light of a rune, a spell rune, glowing on its body as it charges forward. What do you do, if anything?
I want to shoot the rune. Sure, nothing goes bad. This.
Did you have a character name, Rune? I feel like you had a character name, Rune. Let's
There's
see.
definitely been one. That was,
Rune was the guy whose daughter that I banged.
yeah. To put a mimic in my chest.
You put a mimic in
That
your
sounds
chest?
like a euphemism.
Yeah, when I was playing the,
Oh, the dwarf.
Forge.
That was Austin's character.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. All right. Yami, what the
Shut
hell?
up. That's not how to do that.
Nope.
You.
Everybody make sure you target it.
Do that again,
That's
T?
a... Yes.
Yep.
That is a
Or double
pretty
click on it.
good hit. Your bolt sails out, hits this creature, and it lets out various spider-like sounds. Skitter, skitter, scree. That's what they say in Divinity.
I'm going to move a little bit away from it. More so.
All right. You strike out at this creature, sending some ichor out, and my monitor yells at me about the power going out, whatever.
I can't end my turn?
Yes, you can.
I can't.
You can?
No, I cannot.
There's not an arrow to the right?
Nope.
Like a play arrow?
It says not
Yeah,
started for me.
Yeah, you haven't started the encounter.
It has started. Because it's not paused.
Encounter. No, encounter not started. You go to the encounter tab.
Try now.
Turns.
We did it.
God damn it, Yami. Somehow this is your fault. I don't know.
Probably.
The fuck, Yami.
I agree with William.
This creature is going to reach up and shoot from the underside its gnarly hole
Oh,
a web.
This
I hated that. That was the worst description of anything I've ever heard.
Oh my.
You don't like a spider hole?
I didn't like you saying shoots from its gnarly hole.
okay, the troll toll to get into the spider's hole.
It is going to shoot at the person closest to it. Oh, hey, before we do go any further, you guys can move up to half your speed if you want to spread out.
Yes.
Like, you were prepared, so you would have had time to put some distance around you. Yeah, towards the eggs, please.
My
He's
choice.
moving up that far. I'll go right there.
I mean, I just like thought about it and I was like, yeah, I'm the only frontline character, so
All right.
We're a similar AC
This
to you.
web
I'll step up.
is targeting you.
It is 18 does hit.
All right. You are restrained. The
Oh, I
creature-
didn't do my things. Fuck. Would it be okay if I did those? My infusions?
I assume you would have done them as part of heading out for the day. Right.
Yeah,
They're all
so
like long rest.
I've got two. Yeah, one is my infusion on my gun, and the other one is +1 AC to
All right.
Rudder Deers.
Sir, this creature enters your reach.
18 still just hits now. Before it approaches me, when it first enters my reach, I'm going to make a reaction attack against it
All right.
with my reach weapon. Yeah. That's a 23 to hit.
You are restrained, but I do think a 16 does hit. And do you have Sentinel?
I do.
So it's going to stop right here. Does it have reach? Did I give it reach?
It says reach 5 feet on the attack. Or on
Usually
the
spiders
web.
have reach and magic.
That's true.
It has not made its attack, so it does not say reach 5 feet. But I can do whatever I want because
That's true.
It gets caught up in your attack as you fend it off. Slashing into it, it suffers an additional 9 points of damage. Looks unhappy about the effect. That is its turn. You're currently thwarting it from getting any closer. Avalon.
I prep my gun,
Mm-hmm.
and I pray to whatever god might be listening.
Oh, I better pull that table up.
Two 18s.
Go ahead and throw out a D118 hits. Ooh, good damage. Not liking the way this is going for me.
84.
$84. Oh, let me roll a
Turn
D4.
to a giant spider.
Let me roll a D4 to see which table I'm using. Oh, this table's not that bad. It's quite good. All right, 84. One second. Each creature within 30 feet of you takes 1d10 necrotic damage. You regain hit points equal to the sum of the necrotic damage taken.
Everything.
How much necrotic damage, sorry?
1d10.
1d10 for Avalon to roll.
That's not...
Okay.
No, not even that bad. The creature
That
suffers
gain health?
2. Yeah, you heal. There's no temporary
Aren't
HP,
you full
sadly.
health?
Yeah.
Now,
Wait,
the
is it
question
temporary hit points?
That's a familiar. That hits the familiar too, doesn't it?
Yep.
Oh, it's dead.
Alright, but your bird.
It's not.
Yours is resilient.
Does it hit the eggs?
Yes,
Yeah, they're within 30 feet,
two
right?
of them will wither away wilt. As this blast of miasma reaches out.
Wait, is it supposed to have 1 health?
Owls? Yeah, probably.
Familiar?
It's like 1 or 2.
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
Yeah, shoots the gun and it just kind of shakes and then goes as like a burst of weird glittery air just kind of wafts out of it and out 30 feet.
So, if we had rolled on the third table, for an hour, a random creature within 30 feet of you's tongue becomes a centipede for 1 hour. And like, I'm so upset. Like, I wish I had picked and chosen rather than like rolled for it. Oh.
My fucking tongue off. Jesus Christ.
All right.
Yeah, that's my turn.
You have a big hit on this creature and a wave of miasma. Yes. Helps and hurts your team. Next up, it is going to be Cyros. Brian has fallen asleep. Quick, Cyrus, save us.
I'm going to just
Hit
as good
it-
as time
hit it
as
with your
anything.
weapon.
Use it, right?
What you got? What you got? What you got?
I'm gonna reach out, and my echo is going to appear behind him,
Shit.
right there.
Describe that
I'm gonna
echo.
I'm gonna make my 3 attacks from my unrestrained echo instead of my restrained self.
It's wise. I hate it.
First attack.
Doesn't do
That
it.
wasn't a hit. Second attack. Probably also not gonna do it.
Doesn't do it.
And then I have to go
Could've been
to
flanking it.
features. I think we have to make the thing for it. So I'm just gonna roll a d20. This is plus. That's an 18 plus 7 for a total 25 to hit. Which will
25
deal
will hit.
8 damage with my bonus action.
All right. You're able to catch it with the butt end as you slam that into one of its legs. Anything else for you?
Nope, that's gonna be it.
Pure!
Let me end my turn.
Is that an 18 or a 3 and a 50?
He makes a good point.
Sorry.
Oh, the damage is already done. Bior.
Okay. Not that big an asshole then, I guess. Okay. Well, really difficult choice here. Oh, well. Say do the same thing as always, but maybe not.
It's similar to what you usually do, except less.
Worse.
2 radiant hammers fly off into the forest. Anything else for you?
You might want to delete my bird, too. But,
Do any hit the eggs?
Roll a d100.
oh no. Oops. Why did that show up that way? Okay. Anyway, 25.
You do not see them connect with anything of value. And bird. Bird? Caller.
Caller, because bird is not bird quite yet. Caller yells to the group, "There's something behind the spider, watch out."
Uh-oh. Oh yeah, sorry.
And we'll hurl a little ball of fire at the spider. Go, pew!
So, unlike most of your team, that hits cleanly. Oh, let's do this while I'm still thinking about it. 1 second, 1 second. You have a name, Cyros. As your weapon connects, there is a spray of acid from this creature coating your weapon. It suffers a -1 penalty to damage rolls. And your attack, 20 hits perfectly fine. Smokes it. Did I already do the damage?
I believe you did.
I did.
The echo is talking.
Ew, gross.
Okay,
All right.
if the echo hit it, right? Oh no, he hit it the first time. Never mind. I was gonna say, does that affect his weapon?
Oh wait, yeah, no, the echo hit it, so it's fine.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
you hit
hit
it
it
first?
with his sentinel first.
Oh yeah. So you get the -1. Your echo is taking the hits fine. All right. On the initiative of
Just a hair.
anything else for you?
Yeah, I was just moving a little bit.
Yep. And Bird.
We moved together.
We all move together.
I don't have an end turn option, so
You should have a right arrow on the right. When you go up to the top where the portraits are.
It doesn't have his portrait focused. It was previously.
Oh, that's actually because here, let's do this. Bird's done too?
there we go.
Or is
It's done
Bird-
too. I am not
Alright.
burning Bird right now.
All right. At the end of the round, another creature appears out of the nest where its eggs were destroyed by a miasmic wave of energy.
I hate it.
It is... I wonder why it doesn't show up on the initiative as highlighted. It's weird. It will make its way forward, but it has an initiative of 7, which is why it's messing up the initiative turn tracker there. It is Door's turn when we next pick up next week.
Okay. Bird was murdered.
We're gonna die to spider.
I don't know, that one spider's getting fucking wrecked. Dude was like, "Hey, you guys want a little nibble?" And he was like, "Nope, you stay over there." He's like,
I don't like
"Okay."
how you worded that.
What?
Little nibble dibble.
That
You know
one
what?
spider.
Well, there's 2 now. There's probably going to be a fair few more.
Only if you keep hitting eggs.
I didn't mean to.
Did you mean to kill my bird? Fucking god,
Yeah.
bitch.
Done bitch.
Bird superiority is all I'm saying.
What'd the bird do to you?
It's
Bird's done nothing
huge.
for me. The other bird has.
His huge, throbbing bird, way better than your sloppy bird.
Jesus Christ, I don't like that.
You want my burning raven?
Uh,
Well, I'm going to end the stream there because it can't get any worse than this.